All right, guys, we're live. What's up, guys? Big day today. Aljamain Sterling tweeted at me, disagreeing with my opinion. We're gonna take a look, as well as this is gonna be the first time I guess we've done a little something like this, but I'm thinking about doing this. I've been thinking about it all day, doing this part of the live streams. You guys can call in now. Give me your MMA takes. We'll talk about it. We'll debate it. If it's a dumb take, I'm gonna tell you it's a dumb take. All right, you're wrong. If it's a right take, I'll agree with you. But today I wasn't even planning this. I made the thumbnail. I finished the video, all of that. Well, not finished the video, but I made the thumbnail for the stream, planned out the stream, had an idea of what I was going to talk about. I get my thoughts on Twitter, not thinking much of it, and I'm going to show you guys right now. Aljamain Sterling, former bantamweight champion. At one point, the greatest bantamweight, I would say Merab, I think probably is dethroned Aljamain. He's been, making a few headlines, all right, and not for good reason. We see here, guys, not to just violently drink my water. Aljamain Sterling had a take today, and let me move myself just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. I don't know, hope you guys can see me. Aljamain Sterling today, he put out a take of his. I guess I should move, or where should I move? Should I move? I don't even know. Sorry, guys, this is all being live. Aljamain Sterling put this out a video, and it got reposted. It was this video, and basically he says, I know y'all think I'm going to be on Tommy's side. Of course, Tom Aspinall, we all know, got poked in the eye by Ciryl Gane, UFC 321. Aljamain said, I know y'all think I'm going to be on the side of Tommy, but I'm not. I have so many questions, man, which was extremely surprising to me, and we're going to get into this in a second. Tom Aspinall was losing that fight. This is what Aljo said. Tom Aspinall was losing the fight right away. The guy was saying, I can't see. It makes me question, did that really hurt as much as you said it did? And obviously, most of us are well aware, and I also got to be careful. I got to make sure I'm in the frame right now because I keep getting out of frame or whatever. But we're going to be back in my normal chair here. So what do you call it? And what's up, John Dong? I feel so rude. I didn't even shout out John Dong, and shout out to everybody that's on here. Like I said, Aljamain Sterling tweeted at me. We're going to get into this right now in a second. But it's ridiculous for him to say something like this. Whoops, wrong scene. It was ridiculous to say something like this given Aljamain Sterling's career. I mean, seriously, I'm going to move it just like this, I think. Aljamain Sterling's career started, his championship career started with him getting a disqualification where he got kneed in the head illegally by an opponent. So same kind of a, and sorry guys, hopefully the connection ain't losing y'all, but what do you call it? I actually I did email Aljamain, try to get him on here. No answer, so I don't think he's interested. But what do you call it? I interviewed him a few years ago. And what do you call it? Like, I was a big defender of Aljamain, and let's just get into it because I actually tweeted here, and this is where it gets juicy. I always defended Aljo, just like I'm defending Tom. Absolutely insane he'd say this. And this was me, literally replying. This, and the craziest part about this is this. Oh, no, I guess it did at Aljamain, but I didn't even realize that. I just said, I always defended Aljo, and this is the case. You guys could see in past videos, I've always defended Aljamain, and not only have I defended Aljamain, I have pretty much stayed consistent with my stance that when a fighter gets fouled, they are deserving of benefit of the doubt. Why? Because, and hopefully, wait, where is this? Oh, yeah, my bad, y'all. The chat wasn't popping. The chat wasn't updating. Here it was. I was about to say, I was like, it's really dead right now? I'm like, come on, I feel like this is some juicy stuff we're talking about. Let me see. Should I finish telling my story or read the chat? My bad, guys. I was telling so many people that Gane was going to surprise us. Yeah, you're right, John. You were right. But I will get into that. Actually, let me finish the story real quick, and I'll read. Or actually, let's see. People mad at Tom for not continuing our clowns. It's Gane's fault for fingering his eyes. All of a sudden, these commentators are doctors. Get out of here. People saying Tom was losing the fight are silly too. It was one round, and it was a competitive, I feel. And I actually agree with you, Fish Nerds. We're going to talk about that because I have been saying that as well. This idea that Tom was losing, I actually don't agree with that. I actually think Tom was, and I said this in my last video, and I don't know, and no one actually really gave me shit about it. I thought people were going to say I'm coping this and that. I actually think there's arguments to be saying that while, yes, we take the 4 minutes that happens, Tom lost the fight if you take 4 minutes, but I actually disagree with the fact that he was losing. I actually think he was on his way to winning, and I'm going to break that down later. Let me, or should I? I'll show you guys the Aljamain stuff real quick, just so we can get this and stuff, because I know y'all want to talk about, obviously, UFC. And like I said, y'all could join the Discord. We're not exactly going to do the call yet. We'll do a call in a second. I guess go to Fight Night if you guys, or go to On the Air. I forgot. Yeah, there's an On the Air channel, so you guys could just go there. Let's see though. Where is this? Okay. Aljamain, what do you call it? So that's what I said. Aljamain retweeted me, guys. Retweeted my take. And just said, what did I actually say? So defending, obviously, look, this was me. I definitely disagree with Aljamain saying this. It's crazy to me that he would say this. Like, I'm just surprised because given why, actually a big reason why I feel so strongly about fighters in general getting blamed for these fouls. And like I said, I've always shared kind of a similar stance my whole, I don't know, I don't want to say career, but my whole fucking, I don't want to say my whole life either. I don't know what to say, but my whole MMA fan living, I've always kind of shared the same stance, which is, Aljamain, like any fighter, I think deserves the benefit of the doubt when they get foul. Why? Because it is up to the person that did the foul, right, to control that. I honestly feel this. If a fighter is lying, let's just say Tom was lying, and we know this for a fact. Let's just say that. We know Tom's lying about the eye. He did it because he was losing the fight. He broke his nose. He felt like he wanted to reshake things up and felt like he was getting a better chance next time. If that's the case, I still don't blame Aspinall. It is the person, Ciryl Gane, who gave him that opportunity. Don't give him that opportunity. This is a fight. Like, this is not even just a fight. It's a sport. This is part of the rules. If you're going to give your opportunity a chance to exploit something for their benefit, if they're going to exploit a full 5-minute rest to get their breath back, that is, in my opinion, on the person doing the foul. I don't care even if they're lying, if they're taking advantage of the situation. That's a separate conversation, and we can maybe even make fun of those people, fine. But to say, like, but not make fun of it like we're making fun of Aspinall and say, oh, he's not a real fighter, this and that. That's just dumb. You know what I mean? But, like, I remember Henry Cejudo took full advantage when Song Yadong eye poked him. I think it was Song Yadong. It was this year, too. Took a long time. And, I understand, look, make jokes about that, whatever. But, come on, to say, like, someone's not a real fighter, you blame the person that's doing the foul. That's my take on it. But let's actually see. So, I actually did respond to Aljamain. He didn't respond. And, like I said, to me, I honestly feel like he didn't respond because what are you going to respond with? I said... So he asked me, what did I actually say? And obviously, we know what he said. It's right here. And I already read it to y'all. So what I said is, you were questioning how bad the foul was. I always felt like it was wrong. People never gave you the benefit of the doubt about the knee. Why are we victim blaming and questioning if someone is hurt or not and not placing blame on the cheaters, accident or not? And I stand by this stance. And I have stood by this stance pretty much my whole, like I said, my whole YouTube. You guys can see countless times. A matter of fact, this even goes so far back as Bilal. When Bilal got eye poked by Leon, I was like the only person probably on the planet defending him and saying, well, it's really Leon's fault. Like, people were criticizing Bilal. I even was saying, like, I felt bad for Bilal because Bilal took the fight on short notice at the time. This was the first Leon fight. And he basically lost a huge opportunity because his opponent was cheating. So I felt like that was extremely fucked up. But I do want to read some of the chat. Crazy, though. I did try to get Aljamain on. I tweeted, I emailed, DM'd managers, tried to get it done. Just ultimately could not happen today. But who knows? Maybe in the future, I would love to do it. But like I said, guys, I have the Discord open. If you guys aren't in the Discord yet, if you guys are in the Discord and want to call, make sure you join. Like I said, it's the pinned comment. Literally up there. Look, I could point to it, like right there. So you guys could go click it, but I know you guys actually need to go in the chat or in the description. It's also in there. And you guys could just chill. Like I said, all the time we talk about fun fights. So let's see what you guys are saying, though. Let me scroll up a little bit because I know I missed some of y'all. Piggly Wiggly, what's up? I didn't say hi to you. People are saying Tom was losing the fight or silly too. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that. We read that. Gone dirty, poked him. Tom didn't quit. He was blind. Exactly. I agree with you. We have high IQ people here. The only thing that confuses me is that Aspinall's left eye was the one that took the finger in the socket, but he said he couldn't see out of the right eye. And that is actually something I think I brought up on stream. I actually think on stream we brought this up. And I pointed out, and this is something that we saw Tom say, is even with little eye pokes, sometimes we hear, like, think about DC and Stipe. Apparently could not see. Even Stipe, I think he suffered eye pokes in the first fight with DC. So this is just something that happens where even if it's not like something so intense, it could still affect your eyes. And the fact that both of them did, I mean, the fact that both of them touched the eye and he got poked in both eyes, I wouldn't be surprised if both eyes were having problems. And as I've said, even if Aspinall was lying, I still do not get why we're having these investigations and these victim blaming, ceremonies, when instead we can go after the clear as day perpetrators, Ciryl Gane. I mean, seriously, and I don't even have a problem with Ciryl Gane. I would, if people were hating on Ciryl Gane so hard, I would probably also say, hey, accidents happen, we move on. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't be blaming Tom. And for someone like Dana White, as powerful as he is, and as, pivotal he is in the promotion for the UFC, for him to, hop on his presser and basically shit on his heavyweight champion, that's not normal. It's weird, first of all. He's your heavyweight champion. You would think you would want to promote him, but, it's just even more fucked up. He has a huge opportunity to speak out for Tom and say, look, it was a really bad eye poke. This stuff happens. It sucks, but I have no doubt that he wanted to fight. We all know. Come on, does anybody actually really think like that Aspinall didn't want to fight? I mean, maybe he did. I don't know what that message was. I was retracted, but I don't know if you retracted it or YouTube retracted it. Let me see though. The only thing that we talked about that. I'm not even an Aspinall fanboy. I have no dog in the fight. Don't foul, and you would have won. Exactly, fish nerds. I absolutely agree, and that is my exact stance. Don't foul, and these things don't happen. You don't give your opponent an opportunity to DQ you and lose. You don't have these opportunities. You don't have an opportunity for your opponent now to gain back breath. These are all things that I think are fair when you foul. Let me put it like this. There's two things when you get a foul, in my opinion, and not even in my opinion, it's even in the rule books with points, that fouls, not only are fouls, obviously not cool, they hurt, this and that, they, a lot of the time, can play a huge factor into the fight. So that is why they take a point to kind of help even the score a little bit. So in my opinion, if you foul someone, eye poke them, and they take 5 minutes, now full 5 minutes, and actually, I don't think Henry Cejudo's was an eye poke. Now I'm thinking about it. I think it was like a groin strike or something like that. But whatever. My point is, though, is even in those situations, don't give your opponent, 5 minutes. You're choosing to give your opponent 5 minutes. They would not have 5 minutes if you didn't give it to them. And I keep hitting the mic. Sorry, guys. Just saw the full fight. Gane was backing up the whole time. And I agree. And let's get into that. And that is something I've said in my video. I talked to my video yesterday, and hopefully some people watch it and get enlightened a little bit. Because, as I've said, people, there's this narrative online, oh, Ciryl Gane was winning. He was destroying Gane. I mean that he was destroying Aspinall. Gane was not destroying Aspinall. Gane, what he did very well, he had a very good jab. Clearly, there's holes in Aspinall's game. That is what did get exposed. There is a hole in the game in terms of, him reacting to jabs. You know what I mean? Like, clearly, someone like Ciryl Gane, and Ciryl Gane, I've gone through this, and I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but Ciryl Gane has a different jab than everybody else that makes it just easier to pump out more than a regular person, just how he throws it. So keep that in mind, too. Ciryl Gane just also has a really quick, fast, powerful jab. So that also just plays a factor in it, right off the bat. So it might not even be necessarily a hole. It's just something that Ciryl Gane did really well, and that was what was not working for him. However, I do feel like that Tom Aspinall was having some moments, because while he was getting hurt, we didn't see him, necessarily wobble. It wasn't like he was getting hurt. It wasn't like he was covering up, going backwards. He was pushing the pace, using his boxing, shooting takedowns, even though the takedowns did not land, or that one takedown did not land. That is still part of the plan. We know this from Merab. Merab does the same thing. Shoot, box, wear you down. And that is what Khabib was talking to Tom Aspinall about backstage. That is Tom's plan. And I'm not even saying that because that's what Khabib said. It's clear as day going to be the plan. We talked about this. I said to you guys that I don't think that he was necessarily going to easily take down Ciryl Gane like John Jones did. Ciryl Gane's too improved at this point. He's going to be preparing for that, nobody would like Tom Aspinall's getting all respect going into this fight from Ciryl Gane, I'm sure. So he's going to be training hard. There's questions about John Jones, him coming to heavyweight and all that. Maybe Ciryl Gane didn't know what he was in for, but he definitely is better now. So I think that, Tom Aspinall, even himself, like, I think he would have just been able to, I think not take him down, but I think wear down Ciryl Gane a bit. You know what I mean? And get him going backwards. Use the boxing. That's going to get you tired. Ciryl Gane's mouth was open, okay? And I don't think from Tom Aspinall's mind, he was thinking, I'm losing the fight. As a matter of fact, you could see his team in his YouTube video, like I said, talked about in my video that I released just yesterday, or just today, earlier today, talked about it. Tom Aspinall's team said backstage, Ciryl Gane's mouth was open. They're saying all the same things I'm saying. Tom Aspinall's team felt positive how the fight was going. I think Aspinall's team felt like they were on their way to beating Gane, or at least their game plan was starting to take effect. That they were going to, slowly but surely chip away at Gane until that footwork, slows down. And then Aspinall's trapping him, and then he has to get takedowns, and then he finishes him. I think this was a very intelligent game plan to fight Ciryl Gane. And I don't think we could judge it and say, 4 minutes is up. There was some blood on Tom's nose. He was going to lose. Boom. That's it. Not at all. I think there's a case to say maybe he would have. I mean, I don't actually think this. This is just me talking hypothetically. But he could have gone on in the next 4 rounds and totally outclassed and battered Ciryl Gane. Are we really going to say that he is worse than Jon Jones because of that? I don't know. Because this is an improved Ciryl Gane. And for people to try to compare the two performances, I think it's a bit ridiculous. I think so. But like I said, we're gonna start the calls right now, maybe. Let me see what y'all are saying. Just saw the full fight. I was backing up the whole time. I agree. Remember when Nate was being marched to the slaughter against Hamzat? Hamzat missed weight and Diaz wouldn't take the fight. Did that make him a quitter? Okay, so I agree. I don't agree. I agree with you that I don't think that Nate Diaz was a quitter. However, I will say I do think that weight misses are a bit different than fouls. I don't hold the same philosophy always. I think it depends, because there's been situations where, it's like a pound and it's like, the guy calls, I'm not a fighter. So in my opinion, I'm never going to judge a fighter for not taking a fight when I don't even fight. You know what I mean? I think that's just stupid. Like, how am I going to really sit here and say, you should fight? I'm not even fighting anybody. So I don't know. That's my opinion on it. But I don't know. But I agree with you. I agree with your sentiment, though. I think overall, and especially I've looked at a difference since this. Wonderboy really said this, and this is something good Wonderboy said about weight missing, is he fought Darren Till, accepted the fight at 1.5 pounds. And I agree with you. I don't want to make it seem like, I don't care about weight as much. It's just that I'm not as strict. I just want to point out. But I definitely still care about it because, like I said, Wonderboy was talking about how he fought Darren Till. And my bad, guys. Wonderboy was talking about how he fought Darren Till. And Darren Till was, I think, missed weight by 1 pound, 2 pounds, something like that. It wasn't a crazy amount. But Wonderboy agreed, lost the fight by split decision. And you wonder, if he had to cut those extra pounds, because it's not about the weight. It's about the weight cut. Getting down to that 170 pound, that was the weight for that fight, 170, that is brutal. And Wonderboy has to go through that. Darren doesn't have to go through that. Very different circumstance. So, in my opinion, I think with weight, I think that there should be points maybe taken away. Maybe there should be fines. They got to clean up MMA. Like, I feel like they got to, really work on some of this. Like, how are we having eye pokes? Like, weight misses, I feel like, are at an all-time high. It's just ridiculous because nobody's getting in trouble. Everyone's just letting this happen. We care if the fights happen. That's all. What's up, John Dong? I see you sent an emoji. A damn shame either way. Missed out on some elite MMA. I agree. Misspelling, my bad. No, all good. No, I agree. And that was the big disappointment of the night. I was so excited for it. Like I said, guys, join the Discord. I'm gonna join the channel right now. So, all right, I'm in the channel. Am I connected to the? Let me get this going just because. Hold up. If y'all are about to join, be careful because I can't talk yet. But hold up. Let me get this going. What did y'all say about? Oh yeah. No, that was a big disappointment about the fight was because Ciryl Gane and Tom Aspinall, I was really pumped for that fight since it was announced. I'm going to be honest, guys. I was really excited for it. And it just sucks that we couldn't get it. Really sucks. And I'm in the channel right now, so any of y'all want to join, feel free to join, and you're going to be on stream and talk. But not your face, just your voice for you shy guys. Don't worry. I won't do the whole thing. The whole shebang, as they say. Debate someone. I'm trying. Look, somebody hop on, bring up any MMA topic. I don't know. It could be this topic. Could be something else. I don't care. I don't know why Tom just comes off as unlikable. Well, you can come on here and debate that because I actually like Tom. I don't agree comes off unlikable. I actually think comes off extremely likable, to me at least. But, I'm a fan. So what am I going to say, obviously, right? So any y'all want to join in, we'll just keep talking until there's someone enters the chat, If someone enters the Discord, hopefully we'll have some good convo. I'm hoping that there's some hot topic MMA takes. Hopefully there's somebody in here. Maybe Aljamain. Maybe Aljamain will join. Maybe Aljamain will see my tweet and join himself, just shockingly, join the Discord server. No beef with Aljamain. Like I said, I was an Aljamain defender. That's what kills me, and that's what I was going to say. A reason why I feel so strong in general about the whole idea of if you're fouled, you deserve benefit of doubt is the Aljamain situation. The fact that people were so hard on him. That's a big reason for my belief now. So it's just crazy for me to see him, of all people, really like hop on and be like, oh, not give Tom the benefit of the doubt. He knows what it's like. He knows what it's like to get all the hate. Oh, you didn't want to fight, you quit. It's bullshit. We obviously know. I don't think Aljo wanted to quit. I understand that's a lot hotter of a take than I think this Tom Aspinall thing is. But what do you call it? Debate. Look, I cannot debate with myself. So you could Terry Boss hop on, or any of y'all could hop on. You know what I mean? That's just what it's gonna be. I tried to join. What happened? Is the link it works? The pinned comment link works. Do I have to get the app? You have to get I don't know. I don't think you have to get the app. But I don't know. Y'all, I don't really know much about Discord, to be honest. With y'all, because I usually let @Shiv handle that. Shiv ain't here, I don't think. Who here disagrees? How are you? What's up, Terry Boss? Yeah, deadass. Who here disagrees? Let's bring on someone. Like I said, y'all spread. If you really want me to debate somebody, here's what you guys could do: spread the word, share this video, like the video, because the algorithm will suggest it to more people, and more people will see, and hopefully someone. You don't need the app apparently, so you could just join online. I'm waiting, and you could just give me an MMA hot take of yours. Just come here, give me MMA hot take, and I will say if I agree, disagree. Hopefully I disagree, just because if I agree, I'll be like, I guess I agree with you. Yeah, it seems like a pretty reasonable take. So hopefully I disagree, whatever it's going to be, But hopefully, I think someone will join. I have faith someone's going to join soon. Even if we get one person, that's all we need. We just need a one person, even if it's not one person. I could also just talk the whole time. Was last week's card the worst card of the year? I don't think it was the worst card of the year. I think it was probably the worst pay-per-view because, first of all, you start off the card. It was a pretty good start with who even fought? It was the new guy, the new undefeated guy. I don't even remember who he fought. Like, that's how bad this card is. That was the best fight of the card, and or the best fight of the pay-per-view. The prelims are actually pretty good. That's why I wouldn't say it's the worst card, because the prelims weren't bad. But the pay-per-view, then you get into Jalton, Almeida, Volkov. Like I said, questionable decision, but even on top of that, a terrible fight, right? Then you got, what even was Omar and Mario Bautista? Come on. Like, that fight was honestly fight of the night in terms of pay-per-view. Literally, that's how damp this pay-per-view was. At least you had the knockdown. At least you had some spicy moments here and there with, Umar getting dropped and some drama here and there. But still, not a very good fight. Then you have the co-main event. Nothing really needs to be said there. And the main event ends in such disappointment. Went from, I'm so excited, to boom, crash. It says Safari couldn't do it because the address was invalid. Maybe because Safari is trash, probably, to be honest. But you could also just get the app, too. I don't know if you're against like getting apps or whatever, but, some people are. Some people hate it on their phone. But yeah, you could, I don't know, probably Safari, because Safari, bro, cannot handle anything. Safari is a shite browser. Tell me not. But yeah, I don't think, to answer your question, I don't think it was the worst card of the year. But what would be the worst card of the year? That's the question. What would be the worst pay-per-view is probably this, just because the main event, I think a lot of, this fight for sure wasn't like a massive fight. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like a massive fight. But it definitely was for MMA fans. Like, real MMA fans knew this was like a real fight. Like the real fans, knew that, oh yeah, this is Tom Aspinall. This is his chance. This could be his first out of how many title defenses? We were all writing the history books already, and then he couldn't even really get through Ciryl Gane. Ask him to send the link. Who, me? The link is pinned. The link is pinned right now. Yeah, the link is... It's right here pinned, guys. It's literally also in the description as well. So you have two links to choose from. I believe they both work. I could send another one. Let me see. Can't call in. I don't blame Tom for calling it off. But I'll entertain the debate. I've seen fighters take full punches and knees straight to the eye socket and not have a reaction. Now, you got to hop on, bro. I'm not debating in a chat, Come on. You got to hop on. You can give your opinions and I'll answer questions, but come on, to have this debate, we're not going back and forth. come on. I encourage you, Eric Gould. Come on. You're not going to be shown on camera. Give your voice. Give a little voice. Come on. We're all encouraging the MMA community, too, because there's a lot of people in the community. I'm not talking about you, Eric, per se. I'm not talking about you. But there's a lot of people in the MMA community that hide in a basement. I'm saying this from a basement myself, but I'm just saying, look, we're talking, we're having chats, and who cares? Like, come on. You can't let the trolls on the internet, including myself, tell you, what to do. I mean, I know I'm telling you what to do, but come on. I feel like this is good dialogue, because you know what it is? Dialogue and actually change does not happen without dialogue, and I know this might sound political, but even means in the MMA space, we need to have these uncomfortable conversations about eye pokes, about, Tom Aspinall lying. Is Tom Aspinall telling the truth? What should we do to cheaters? Should we get rid of this rule? Should we get rid of this rule? What about oblique kicks? Are they going to get kicked? Are they going to be banned from the UFC? Should we bring back head stomps? I'm in favor. I mean, come on, Eric. Yo, for real, we got to encourage Eric to hop on. You know what I'm saying? Eric literally disagrees with me. Like, come on. The thing about me, okay, listen. You're going to tell me, Eric, and look, Eric, I don't even know you, like, if you're a fan and you're a subscriber, then I love you. Like I said, I love all the subscribers. I love all you guys that watch the videos. So you instantly, like I said, but we're family, and family going to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Can't call in, but I don't blame Tom for calling it off. But I'll entertain debate. I've seen fighters. Oh, well, okay. I guess you said that you can't blame Tom, so never mind. I was going to go in. I thought you were saying that Tom should have not. I was going to say, how are you going to say Tom should have fought? You won't even hop on the debate. But never mind. You said yourself that you don't blame Tom. But I still suggest you hop on. What else is there, guys? I mean, Aljamain Sterling talking bad about him. I think who else is talking bad about him? DC actually is talking bad about him. And this was interesting. Should I debate? Yeah, Terry, you should absolutely debate. For sure. Absolutely. Hop on, Terry, bro. Come on, we'll talk to you. And hopefully, I feel like when one person does it, we'll get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, so Terry, hopefully, look, and we'll cut it off in and out. But DC also, so everyone agrees I disagree. I don't know what that means. Everyone agrees I disagree. Well, you could choose any topic, by the way. Like I said, this isn't constrained to Tom Aspinall. You could bring up anything, even political. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll have a little political debate. What's up, Piggly Wiggly? Yo, Piggly, you in this Discord, and tell me not. Like, you could vouch for the Discord. The Discord is a fun, safe place. So why don't people join? I have no idea. But respectfully. Everyone agrees I disagree respectfully. Hey, someone give me a role on Discord. Piggly, I actually heard that, that Shiv's handling all this. Shiv told me that he was in contact with you about roles. I don't even know what a role is on Discord. I'm gonna be real with you guys. So that has nothing to do with me. This Discord is fun. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for vouching. And even Shiv, my good friend Shiv, who also runs the Mic Check podcast with me. Go check it out. Link in the description, or actually, I don't think it's in the link in the description. My bad, but still, check out the Mic Check, whatever, y'all know. He runs a Discord, sort of. Shiv hasn't contacted me back in a while. He talked to me, like, last week. He was like, oh, shit, I actually have to do that because I brought up something with the Discord, or it was with live streaming, and he was like, oh, shit, I actually have to do that. I have to do that. He told me, and then that's when he told me. So this was, I think it was actually Friday night we were hanging out. So I'm sure he'll get back to you soon, or I'll text him. I actually will see him tomorrow, so we'll do the podcast tomorrow. I'll tell him. Gane may be slightly winning on points, but Tom was pressuring him. It's bloody nose, maybe the cause of people's perception. I absolutely agree with you. And that's what I'm saying. I think it is the bloody nose because he's actually pressuring Gane. Gane had his mouth open, and I felt like I don't want to say this because I feel like now this is taking it a bridge too far to say that he was getting closer and closer. That is my opinion, but, look, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I can understand. I'm not going to die on that hill, all right? I understand. I don't think anyone would be seeing too good after these eye pokes. Exactly. That's what I'm saying is, like, this guy, this guy, Tom Aspinall, you really think that he's going to quit in a fight? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, there is this clip going on. Did you guys see this? That there's a clip of this John Jones interview from, I think, probably June, or maybe even earlier, maybe May. Oh, no, not June. It must have been probably in the summer when he vacated his belt and was saying, that it looks like Ciryl Gane and Tom Aspinall are going to fight. And he said, he was giving his thoughts on Tom and said that he said, I'm interested in the fight because Tom is a quitter. He even said this, I think, on Twitter at one point, that Tom's a quitter. And he even mentioned the fight that he mentioned in the interview, but he mentioned how Tom tapped out because a fighter like grabbed his leg and he tapped. I honestly need to see the video again to see how deep it was. I didn't actually evaluate myself to see how deep the heel hook was, but which actually is I should just do that right now. Let's evaluate it right now. Oh fucking hell! You guys don't understand what I just did. Hopefully I didn't do it. Oh god. Oh god, I accidentally opened Pro Tools for my mixing engineers. Shout out, but y'all know that the stream was about to crash big time if fucking that thing opened. Shut it down, luckily. All right, let me see though. I want to show y'all what I was talking about John Jones, and all that. Someone said, why is Aljo dead set on being a bootlicking company man, constantly promoting the UFC narrative? He's been a victim of all the same shit Tom has been accused of. Quitter / not real champ. Yeah, he's dogpiling too. I should tell you guys this, actually. Dude is stuck with the pick-me mindset. I'm not saying I agree with that, but I just thought it was funny. I don't know. I mean, let's actually evaluate. I mean, I don't know. Has he? Let's see. I don't know. I'm not gonna look through his tweets, but I don't think he's been fucking. At the beginning of the octagon, I don't know what the fuck, but Aljamain could reply. That's what I'm saying too. Aljamain replied to like every tweet in existence. There's no way he replied. Look, this tweet is like just a reply. I mean, come on. There's no way. He literally called me out. I responded. It's on his own Twitter. So there's absolutely no way. To me, like, come on, you're gonna really like not answer. But I feel like, what are you going to say? Because I felt like I brought up a valid-ass point. Tell me not. Let me know what you guys think. But I feel like, come on, what are you going to reply with this? Come on, you literally are being a massive hypocrite if you disagree. Because it's like, absolutely. Yo, and look, thank you for this guy for having my back. I like this. Scroll up. What did you say? Aljamain. It's the quote. Seriously. Unreleased footage from 6 months ago showed John Jones discussing a part appeared to give up one of his losses. Yeah, that's what I was just trying to find. A championship. Actually, oh my god, you're a fucking goat for that, Terry. Thank you. I was actually trying to find who posted that. So this is it, guys, that I was talking about. You guys could thank Terry in the chat right now, because, yeah, he was helped me find he or she. Who knows? Delete. I don't know why I got deleted. Oh, this is back in April. But this is interesting. Why? Well, I guess it's interesting that this is back in April, and he's already saying that the next fight's Ciryl Gane. I mean, we didn't know this until, we didn't know Ciryl Gane until, that he was going to fight Tom probably August. But even John, at this point, he had not vacated his title.
See if he wins his next fight. Cause
what's the rumor? Ciryl Gane?
Ciryl Gane, supposedly. There's a video that hasn't gone viral, but one of his losses, he was very much an adult. I believe already a black belt, and he was taken down, and the guy...
I mean, that's interesting. You said he's already a black belt.
Twisted his ankle. He had no defense. He tapped so quick.
Because he probably was.
There was no... I had a fight where I got armbarred, and I was
damn, this one didn't show it, but one of the videos that did this, I think it was Happy Punch, they uploaded it. What water is it? I got Poland Springs. What do y'all think about this water? Best water? What do y'all think? I think Poland Springs. Come on. I mean, I don't know. Like, what would be a better water? I feel like that's the brand type. But I just watched, 4 months ago. Respectfully, I kind of think he quit, and it was bad karma in a way. Doesn't mean it shouldn't happen. I'm on Aljo's side. What water is it? Ice Mountain water. Yo, Ice Mountain water? What the fuck is that? Aquafina. Aquafina is not a bad shout. At least there's no Dasani lovers. Fucking here. At least there's no Dasani lovers. Terry, you gotta hop on. If you really feel this way, by the way, if you really feel that strongly, you have to hop on. They're perfect for this segment. We have to talk. Like, come on. There's no way. Everyone says this. The Discord link doesn't work. So either the Discord link really does not work, or what do you call it? Or y'all are just lying. I don't know. I think it works. I literally clicked the link. Let me check. Look, I'm looking at it right now. It works. Clear as day. Look, clear as day. I'm in it. Clear as day, it's working. I literally, one click of the button is literally all it took, and it jumped me to the page. I mean, come on, guys. Is this link not working now or something? No, they're all working. They're all working. So no excuses anymore, guys. But no, I mean, look. What do you call about John? I mean, I don't know. I don't think that he quit, but I just thought it was still interesting because he has said this before. Please, can the 12 people in here debate this man? Otherwise, I might. Yeah, dead ass. Where is everybody, bro? Did you see? No, you should just come on. Not you got to get the ball rolling, Terry. That's the thing is, you see, you're waiting for another person. Everybody's doing that, so I feel like once you get in there and you're the first person, I feel like we'll get something going. Let's see. Did you see that Chael's trying to backtrack from his statement of Tom quitting on the Ariel show? So no, I didn't see that he was backtracking, but I did see a quote from the Ariel Helwani show from Chael where he seemed to be on Tom's side. So that's why I mean I did see a little bit of it, but I didn't see him fully backtrack or say why he changed his mind. But I was like, what the hell is this? He did quit. Others have fought through, but wow, that I'm not even responding to this. You want to come into Discord? Hop in, little dog, big bite. I mean, come on, little dog, big bite. So I'm not even reading the rest of this. If you truly feel like that, hop on and debate. Because like I said, like I feel strongly about this topic. I know y'all might feel strongly about this topic. I'm here. I'm looking. I'm actually inviting the link to the call now. So we're actually gonna just do straight up to the call. Now, so straight up, I just sent this link. This link now is for the call. Okay, so this is straight up. Okay, finally we got PZ in here. We got the man, right, kind of like a right hand man of the channel in a way. Hold up, I don't know if I can hear you. Are you speaking or where is this? So finally someone joins and I'm the one that's not prepared, huh? Oh yeah, that's why. Okay, guys, hold up. There we are. I hear you, PZ. What's up? You're on the live now.
Are you able to hear me well, or
What happened?
are you able to hear me well?
I can't really hear you that well.
Hold on, give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna grab my headset and I'll see if that works better.
Take a minute.
Yeah.
Little dog bite. Either do it or I will. Look, Terry and little dog bite. We just got PZ on. PZ was just talking. We got someone here. PZ, I don't think he's going to disagree with me, so I think he's probably going to talk about someone else. I can't wait to debate you. Terry, you've been talking about debating for this whole stream. Hop on. You can hop on right now, and we'll take turns, all right? We got a line going. First come, first serve. PZ's out, so when PZ comes back, come here before PZ comes back, and we'll talk to you. But let's get a line going, for real. And we'll see. And also join the Discord, guys. We're trying to join. We're trying to grow the Discord, all this and that. Just wait and see. All right. I'm waiting. I'm going to wait. I feel like I'm going to be waiting. I'm going to have a beard by the time that this is done, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see at the end. I mean, look, I want to go back to John. John had bad things to say about Tom. DC's had bad things to say about Tom, because I do want to talk about that. DC got mad because, did you guys see this at DC? And I actually thought about this. And look, this just shows I'm not some Tom Glazer here. I don't disagree necessarily. Tom made the smart move versus the dumb, but tough move. It is what it is. Join. I mean, join. I don't even know what you're saying. I don't disagree. Even if you don't disagree, I'm saying you could talk about anything. Bring up any MMA topic. And you literally just said he did quit. We don't agree. DC is also the same guy that leaked job pick. Yo, that's funny. Yo, that is true. That is true, but still, I mean, come on. I feel like that is way more understandable of a mistake than the Tom one. I mean, Tom, I don't know I assume obviously Tom's not editing this up, so I don't think this is actually Aspinall's fault. I mean, who knows? Maybe Aspinall obviously could have said, "Oh, that's cool." I don't know. That definitely is possible. Maybe the editor. Honestly, that is very possible, because if at least I was editing for Tom, I'd say, "Hey, you probably don't want this, right? Hey, should I send the live stream link so people can join? Absolutely. Where should I send the live stream link so people can join? Anywhere, bro. Anywhere you want. Twitter, wherever you think will get the most eyeballs, you know. I kind of want to do this more with the debate stuff. I want y'all to hop on. I want to be interactive. I want it to be a little bit of an interactive show. A little bit different. You know, there's too many people just talking online, you know, not talking to anybody. To fuck everyone. Why the fuck DC getting mad for? So, let me explain. Let me re-explain now that it's not as hectic. DC, right, he had a convo with Tom Aspinall early UFC 321 fight week where he pulled Tom aside and essentially was like, hey, it's going to be pretty easy for you to be the heavyweight champion. Your competition is pretty trash, pretty much disrespecting everybody. I mean, he didn't explicitly say everyone was trash, but he was like, the run you can go on, not many people, you know, can go on this type of run. And the biggest thing of this whole thing is he kind of said, oh, even one time I had to fight Volkan Oezdemir, like kind of saying like, look, sometimes you're gifted, and you feel. I think he even said it feels like winning the lottery when you get these easy opponents. It basically was dissing the heavyweight division, dissing Volkan Oezdemir, and he even said I think that he thought Volkov was going to lose, dissed Volkov. So it was just an awkward situation for him. And for that to be put out there, especially since he's a commentator, works heavily in the UFC. And when I saw that, I thought to myself, damn, I wonder, like, what, like, I kind of assumed that was private because it didn't look like, DC was whispering, right? So I didn't think he said, oh, go ahead, post that, and especially he didn't say exactly the greatest things. I figured he probably didn't want to post it. Well, he said on the DC and or BC and the Bad Guy, whatever it's called, show that, what do you call it? That he was upset about it. PZ is back. And also, wait, PZ, before you start talking, I'm just going to start calling out the rest of the chat here because there's been a lot of people, and I got to give you some credit yourself because there's a lot of people here. They're just like a lot of disagreements. And then I'm like, oh, come on, like, come on then. And then he was like, then they totally switch up, like little dog bite, right? Little dog, big bite. First hops on the chat says, he says he did quit when others fought, right? So he's like, he did when others have fought through. Calls him, says that he quit. Then he says, I don't disagree. I'm like, yo, what do you mean you don't disagree? You just said he quit, right? That's the whole point. I wouldn't call the man a quitter, but in the most literal sense.
Neither would I.
Yeah, they totally switch up. So hop on, little dog. Come on, man.
100%. Another point I want to make is, like, some people are too tough for their own good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those people wind up, going down in MMA for the wrong reasons. If you look at, like, BJ Penn, Tony Ferguson, a lot of these guys who, would fight through any injury. Tony left MMA on an 8-fight losing streak. BJ Penn's a schizo with multiple arrest warrants out.
Shout out.
And it's like, it's a mix of things, I'd say. Tom definitely didn't quit. I don't think he could see. The eye poke was really bad.
Yeah.
But another thing is, like, we got to keep in mind, a lot of people who try to fight through things like, brutal eye pokes, illegal knees. When's the last time one of those guys won?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, what are you saying about this? Because I wouldn't say the doctors necessarily stopped the fight, though.
I wouldn't say either. I don't think Tom would have been able to continue.
Yeah.
I think
I agree.
He couldn't see.
I agree.
I will say, though, Tom did look a bit slow compared to usual. So I feel like people definitely could make an argument that, like, he didn't feel like himself out there, so that's why he stopped fighting. But nobody's done that. They're all going after, hey, he quit because of the eye poke. He's just a quitter.
Yeah. When,
like, very clearly that is not the case.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that Tom was losing in the fight? Because, like, I said on here, and I don't know if it's a hot take. Nobody's really challenged me yet. But I said, I came up with the hot take. Wait, listen. I came up with the hot take of saying, I personally think that Tom was winning, and I'm not even saying, and I understand that there's a lot of rage bait in the MMA stuff, so I understand me saying that sounds like I'm rage baiting, but I'm really not. I honestly think, look, if we're going to say, I think there's two things to say here. If you want to say the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds, you're going to judge that as a fight and boom, okay, yeah, Ciryl Gane won. Absolutely. But if we're going to say who was winning the fight, who was the direction going, are you telling me, PZ, let me ask you this. Do you think Ciryl Gane was going to win, like, the fight? Like, you feel like, okay, Ciryl Gane was going to win that fight that night?
No.
Do you think so, or is that you don't know? Or
no, I don't think Gane was on track to win. I think it was like it was definitely similar to one of those situations. It's like Corey. It felt like Corey Sandhagen versus Merab round one. Mm-hmm. Corey did great round one. He won the first round. He got dropped 2 rounds later.
Yeah.
Like, you could talk all you want about. People could talk all they want about. Oh, Gane was up. It was 4 minutes and 50 seconds of a fight.
There's so many
lot
fights.
Can change, especially at heavyweight, where one punch could change the course of the entire fight.
Seriously, there's literally mad fights like that. Like, look at Aljamain and Sean O'Malley. I want to ask you this. I saw you weren't here. Well, I don't know. Maybe you were here and you just weren't typing. But I don't know, bro. You haven't been on the stream or what? Nah, Tom was looking
I just
gassed
hopped
out.
on.
Someone said high functioning addict. Yo, high functioning addict. Once again, another person that disagrees that likes to talk in the chat but doesn't come on here. Nah, Tom was looking gassed out there. Right now, beefing with you, PZ. That's towards you. But I guess actually, yeah, me too, because I said
Well,
that he was
I'd
winning.
also like to say, if we're gonna talk about Tom mouth breathing, so was Gone.
Yeah, and that's a very great point as well. Yeah, that's literally facts. High functioning addict is getting destroyed before he hops in the debate. So let's get out of here and let's see. No, but did you see the beginning of the stream where Aljamain, bro, he tweeted at me, bro? Bro was throwing subs.
Damn, nice.
No, what the fuck?
Yeah, you did an interview a while back with him, right?
Yes, we went from
Yeah,
friends.
one of my friends actually took a picture with him.
Oh, word.
Like literally just met him on the street.
What the fuck? No, I met him out of the gym. I had to pull up to the gym and all that. Go to
Uh,
Long Island.
I mean, granted, it was over by Saralongo, but
Yeah.
still,
Oh, that's right,
lives
Mal.
like I mean, he lives like 10 minutes from there.
Well, let me tell you this, because obviously I'm sure you know about Aljamain and his take. So I tweeted something like, it wasn't even at him. Like, it was like at a news post. And I was like, yo, like, I was like, damn, I've defended Aljo for years. I can't even have an opinion, high function addict said. You can have an opinion. We're giving you a channel to voice your opinion. We're giving you literally like the highest platform to give your opinion, to be on the Discord. I mean, not to say that's the highest platform. I mean, maybe it is the highest platform, to be honest. I mean, maybe I should join on that for that. But I was gonna say that Aljo, he posted or whatever that he disagreed with Tom and was like questioning if he was hurt. So I was like, bro, I defended Aljamain when he got the knee, all that, and I was like, damn, I'm like, I don't know, I didn't say I'm disappointed, but that was type the vibe with it. So he replied, it was like, what did I say? Lol. Like, what the hell? So I replied. I felt like a very good response, and I got no answer. I even reached out, tried to get him on the stream. Just doesn't seem like.
Dude, if we got him on the stream, that'd be crazy.
I really was grinding.
And the thing is, he
what did I say?
It's one of those things. He genuinely might just be asleep right now because he is very active online.
No. I think he didn't reply to me, bro, because this was way earlier in the day. And not only that, like, bro, he was replying to everybody else. He tweeted at me out of nowhere, like, pretty well. Like, he retweeted.
That checks out.
He retweeted
Dude,
it.
I saw a post talking about his take, and first of all, he really shouldn't have a take in this situation. This is like, I don't hate Aljo as a guy. I think he's definitely one of the more overhated fighters. But at the same time, he's the last person who should be talking right now.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes in life, guys, and this goes for the chat, sometimes you just got to know when you got to shut up and not have an opinion, And it's like, this is one of those times
more or
where,
less.
come on, bro. Like, you've been in the same situation. And my thing is, this guy knows what it's like to have your DMs, oh, you fucking quitted, you this, you that, And for him to just, like, literally know what that's like and do that to Tom is crazy. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I'd say, like, one thing you could look at with the difference between Tom and Aljo. Aljo had a whole song and dance. Like, he had the whole show of throwing the belt away, literally, like, as he was getting up to recover, falling back over. Like, I don't think Aljo is necessarily, like, a malicious fighter. He genuinely could have been seriously messed up from the knee. Mm-hmm. That being said, he played it up.
You think
I definitely think he played it up. I think he played it up. I don't know if he was looking for a way out. He genuinely might have not been able to continue. I think it's perfectly understandable if he like wasn't able to continue and played it up a bit just to prove that point. That being said, Tom definitely didn't play it up. I don't think he could see. Aljo was doing all this stuff to show like, oh, I don't want the belt. Oh, I wish I could continue fighting. Tom literally was just like, I can't see. Let me get out of here. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. Let me make sure my eye is okay.
Yeah. And
Tom was angry.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah. And that too, because like I said, I think, when you see his YouTube video, I talked about this today in the video. I said, like, look, his team was even saying like, "Oh, Ciryl Gane's mouth was open." Like I think honestly, my opinion is I think they're disappointed almost. Like I felt like initially they might
Yeah.
have been disappointed. Like, oh wow, like we felt like maybe this game plan because I watched it back, and when you're not watching with the lens of and what's up, yo, who the fuck is this? Bro's trying to get. Thank
Someone
God.
just joined.
Thank God I don't have this up on my fucking on my YouTube right now, bro. Try to get me banned, bro. So
But this is high function attic, bro. That's why I didn't want to join.
all right. Well, I understand, but you're allowed in, bro. Look, why were you scared? You were saying you were scared. Come on, this is a nice Discord. You gotta
Because
encourage other people to
Bro,
hop
what the
on.
fuck is your profile picture?
That's what I'm saying.
It's
That's
just-
why I reacted to it. I said, yo, thank God I don't have this on my YouTube, bro.
Jesus, dude.
If
it's
y'all
just me having some fun.
if y'all want to see if y'all want to see his profile, join the Discord and y'all could see it.
I'd recommend you join the Discord. I
Hey,
don't
100
recommend
views,
looking at the
100
picture.
views, and we showing the photo.
What
We get
happened?
100 views, 100 views, and we showing
Yeah,
the photo.
I put it in the thumbnail. Like it'll be like debate. It's gonna be PZ. It's gonna be me in the middle. Like, well, you guys can't see me, but I'm making a shock face right now. And fucking PZ on
I
one
got the
end,
stream up
AU.
on another
That's
tab.
like a massive schlong on another. But what's
Hey,
up?
bro.
Yeah, I mean, look. So wait, are you saying that picture's of you for real?
Yeah, it's a picture of me.
Damn, bro. Credit to you,
I got,
man.
I got the guy next to me right now.
All right. All right, bro.
Right, what's it called? What's it called? What's it called?
That was a good one.
So all right. So look, apparently,
The setup was worth it.
you were. I think you. What did you say about Tom? So give us your take about Tom. We'll give you. Let me give you the floor. Let me give you the floor real quick, and we'll try to be quiet here.
All right, I'm not sure if y'all. This was like one, like it's very just like rage baity. But you ever seen that photo of Bain? I can't say his name. Saint Denis.
BSD.
BSD. You ever see that photo of BSD with his like eyes all bloody and like all puffy, and him getting ready to fight? I think that was the fight against Moicano.
Wait.
You said,
It was either
oh.
Moicano or when he was fighting up a weight class. And to be honest, that was a fight that should have been stopped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for his debut, he fought up at 170, got his ass absolutely like hammered, and it was one of those like stop the fight moments. I'm pretty sure they did stop, but
like my thing is like I feel like Saint whatever his name is BSD. I feel like the reason why he wanted to keep going is because he felt like he had his wrestling. Like, all right, I got my eyes are bloody, but whatever. I'll take on my wrestling. I'll take him down, and I'll do whatever. I think Tom was scared, and not then he noticed that his eyes was going. He's like, I can't take him down. Like, what am I gonna do? I just feel like Tom didn't believe in his own abilities to finish the fight. Not almost that he couldn't see, it's just he knew he was cooked. And in the beginning of the fight, he was getting pieced up, bro. Like he was really like he couldn't like gauge Gane's like range. He couldn't really get close to him. Like all those shots that he was throwing, he kept letting his like head he kept letting his head up. You know, like that's my personal opinion.
So you feel like okay? So let me ask you this because I feel like this is two separate questions. So you're saying you're making more of an argument like that that basically because of that fight like that people have just suffered worse. Like what are you trying to say? Because
I'm trying to say, I feel like the people who have like suffered worse, like for example, what's his name? Dustin Poirier, like he was on a flight saying, "Yeah, I fought through a point like my eyes being poked at," and I feel like that's because he realized he has good Brazilian jiu-jitsu, he has good wrestling. He knows if anything ever goes a certain way, he can like go to his other switches, you know. But I feel like Tom Aspinall is a little like not one-dimensional, but I feel like his wrestling and his everything else isn't as good. And he had to go into a striking battle with one of the best strikers in heavyweight. You know, and I feel like for sure he was going to lose that battle in striking.
So wait a minute. Wait. Time out. Let me. First of all, I do want to respond to this.
Can I interject real quick with
No,
something?
Wait. Hold up. No. Wait.
Just the BSD point.
Let me. Oh, okay. What are we gonna say? But then after this,
I'm looking at the pictures of BSD versus I think it was Aleski dos Santos. He could see.
Oh, okay.
Like.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't know if he got eye poked or illegally hit or whatever because I saw the scorecard. There was a point deduction in the third, but
I just remember his eyes being really puffy, like his eyes being so puffy.
So under his eye is a little swollen. There's a good amount of blood on his face, but like you could see his eyes pretty clearly.
Yo, I'm sorry, but someone said you watch on UFC 5, you casual to I think to what is it? High addictions? Is that what you
High
were saying?
functioning
High
addict.
functioning addict. Yeah.
Hell yeah! I mean, I never claimed to be some like I've been watching since UFC
No,
180. Like,
no,
bro,
no. I just thought
I'm
it was
pretty
funny.
like
I thought it
yeah, like I'm not like into it, but like I'm pretty into it. I
was,
still watch your channel.
hey, I appreciate it. Look, as I said, look, there's no shame in the game. There's a lot of gatekeepers in the MMA community. A lot of you gotta be this years in. Come on, we're not about that here. I do want to say my opinion on what you're saying about Tom.
Oh, he
I
got
mean,
nutshotted.
who?
BSD. That was
Oh,
what the
okay.
point deduction was. It wasn't even an eye poke.
Oh, right. Okay, listen. What and also I want to point out someone else also joined, so we'll talk to you, TV Boss, in a second. I didn't miss you, but I just want to answer. Do a take at a time here. So we'll do it like that. So my opinion on that. Look, Tom Aspinall, he definitely is far from one dimensional. I know you said he wasn't, but I feel like to say like, oh, that he strictly was relying on the striking. I don't think that it was, he couldn't take down Ciryl Gane and, he was forced to strike with him. In my opinion, I think the game plan, I said this going into the fight. I didn't think that Tom was going to just easily take him down like John did. I think that Ciryl Gane's improved. I think he showed it against Volkov, even that he improved just in some of his wrestling techniques and stuff like that. So I think he's been working on it for sure. But even without that, I think the game plan is to mix it up, use your boxing, go for takedowns and just, up the pace that way. So I actually think the game plan was going how they wanted, even though, like, I understand, like, he didn't necessarily take him down. Like, he did attempt to take down and didn't get it. But I don't know if he was really like, oh, man, I didn't get this takedown. I'm sweating,
But like also though, like in my head, if I'm like Tom Aspinall, if the fight goes longer than like the first 3 minutes, I automatically think like, all right, fuck, I'm down. And like I feel like one, his like head was like, fuck, this is going longer than it was supposed to be. Two, this guy's got like more experience than me technically. Like that's what I think. I just think it was like more mental, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. I mean, I think I do wonder, how the John Jones stuff played into it. Like, in his mind, I gotta finish this guy faster, or all these guys are gonna be on my dick. I mean, Tom doesn't seem to be that kind of guy, but you never know. He's human at the end of the day, so you never really know what's going through his mind. But I don't know. I think that maybe that kind of. I think he was very like jumpy and didn't look himself in some of the sections, even though it was a very short fight. I think that could be partially also due to the fact he's been off 14 months too. I mean, we don't talk about that too, is that, he hasn't fought very often. So he could just be trying to get used to it and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't agree. I think that, I don't think Tom felt, that he couldn't take him down. I think the game plan was going kind of how he expected. Yeah, he was getting hit a few times here and there, but I don't know. I don't agree. I think that it actually was going towards how they wanted. As I said my take is, and this is a hot take, so, I could be wrong on this one as well, but this is still my take. I'm still going to stand by it.
Wait.
I feel like Tom was winning, and I actually
Wait,
feel
what makes you think he was winning? What makes you think he was winning?
So, yeah, let me get into this, My opinion on it is I think that he was winning because, while yes, and I mentioned this like a few minutes ago, that if you look at the 4 minutes and 4.5 minutes, you want to judge that and say, okay, Jack, judge this fight. It's 4.5 minutes. Who won the fight? Of course, I'm going to pick Ciryl Gane. That's a different conversation. I agree. That's a different conversation. Let's put that there. But what I'm arguing is, let me ask you this. Do you think, and I asked PZ this, and PZ gave me his answer. Do you think that Ciryl Gane, let's just say, was going to win the fight? Like, do you feel pretty confident in saying that?
In the beginning, I definitely did not think so, but as like the fight kept going and going, I was like, there's a good chance like he could beat him.
That's what I mean. I'm sorry. Like, I'm saying, like, let me rephrase the question. If I had to ask you, right, and say, look, how the rest of the fight happens, goes as is, who do you think wins? Do you think Ciryl Gane wins that night?
Yes.
Okay, and you're pretty confident.
I'm like 60-40, especially if they have a rematch now.
By the
I
way,
have a good feeling he's going to win.
60-40 is not that confident first. I mean, if you're 60-40, I feel like, come on, that's like 10%
Right,
of 50-50.
70-30.
Yeah, I mean, even 70-30,
Okay.
I feel like that's like, okay, that's a decent shot. And if 70,
I got to be 90-10?
here's my opinion. And I 70-30 is fair because you know what it is? It's like I can't really talk too much just because of how the fight happened. So I'm just going now I'm dragging it. Now I'm dragging it a bit. So now I'm talking crazy. But what you call it? Like I would argue this. I think that Tom, like I said, as I just said to you before, I think the game plan isn't, oh, let's take him down and control him. I actually think there's a better chance maybe he gets tired that way and gasses out. I actually don't think that's the best plan. I think the best plan is kind of like what Khabib was telling him backstage and what I think he was preparing for, to mix in the boxing, feint the takedowns, get the takedown, this and that. You know what I mean? And and I think that was what the game plan was doing. And we're seeing Ciryl Gane have his mouth open. He's moving around. I think, I feel like that was the game plan, slow him down. And I feel like at that pace, I don't think Ciryl Gane would have made it. I don't think Ciryl Gane would have made it. I think Tom was doing very good just pressuring him. Ciryl Gane had really good moments, and I think he had a really good jab. But we know that also Ciryl Gane, and this is my opinion, and I think you can agree with this as well. If Ciryl Gane was going to win that night, it was going to be by knockout. It wasn't.
100%.
Yeah.
Illegal knockout.
Yeah. And if
the
that's
hammer fist of doom.
Yeah. If that's the case, right? We know Ciryl Gane doesn't have much knockout power. I mean, it took him 3 rounds to knock out Derek Lewis, and I think it took him 3 or 4 rounds to knock out Tai Tuivasa. And those are fights that he was controlling, and this is a fight where I think we could all agree he wasn't necessarily controlling. He had good moments, yes, but he wasn't controlling the fight. So I think to say, oh, he was going to get a knockout, I think you would have to believe. I don't think you would believe he would get a knockout like we all were.
Not necessarily true, because in like almost every Tom Aspinall fight, before he knocks somebody out, he's literally on the verge of getting knocked out. Not like he's stumbling, but he's not stumbling. But like, for example, with the Sergey fight, like before he hit that shot, he was getting.
Bro, he ate that shot. I'll be real with you.
He ate that shot, but like, if
I get your point, and to an extent, I agree with some of the stuff you're saying. But with that shot from Sergey, he ate it like it was nothing, and Sergey definitely hits much harder than Gane.
Well, yeah,
I don't know about that.
That's a really good point. No, 1,000%.
But well, here's
hold
the
up.
thing.
Wait, hold up. I was literally about to talk to whoever just left the Discord, TV Boss. Is he here?
TV Boss, yeah.
TV Boss just left. I was like, yo,
Yo,
are you guys there?
He's unmuted right now.
Oh shit, are y'all there?
Yup,
you there?
Stream's like, I don't know if it's just me, but I have the stream pulled up on a second tab. It's like down.
The stream was like, I'm pretty sure it's like.
I just refreshed.
Y'all can hear me now, right? My bad.
I'm enjoying your stream.
Bro, my computer has been fucking crashing out like crazy, dog. Like I need to update my RAM. That's really what it is. But
No, you got to take it to that dude and get another one of his TikToks.
That is. Now what do you call it? Actually, that guy was mad deep, so I'm definitely not doing that. But shout out to him. Yeah. All right, Ayo. Hey, you can't talk about Ayo with that profile picture you got, bro. All right, yo. Wait, hold up.
The last person to talk.
What are you talking about, bro?
PZ and also Mamer. I don't know if I should call you Mamer or I should call you High Dick.
That's your girl, man, or something? Addict. What the hell?
But yo,
I like high
I'm gonna talk to TV Boss because TV Boss has been here for a minute. TV Boss, what's up? Let's
What's up?
hear it.
What's up?
What's up? Are you there?
What's up? What's up, man?
So,
yeah.
Where are you from? I hear a little accent. What are you from? Where are you from?
I am from the Oceanas.
The where?
The Oceanas.
The Oceanas.
You know what that is?
Yeah, I don't know how you did the horn, but I don't know why that got me weak. I don't know how you did the horn, bro.
Who did that one? Who did
My
that
bad.
The massive schlong here, bro. Now what do you call it? Okay, so shout out Oceana. Where is that?
No, that's not like a place. It's just like a sort of area, like a region. So
From where?
Yeah, I'm from where Volker's from, basically.
Oh, Australia, Australia.
He's from
Shout
down
out.
under.
Down under. Shout out.
No, man.
Shout out.
Actually, I should have started playing the song, man.
Yeah. That yeah. Or actually, don't play the song because then we're gonna get taken down. So please don't do that. What do you call it? All right. So you came here with a hot take or a hot opinion. Let's hear it. What do you got? Lay it down for us.
No, I don't feel like it's necessarily a hot take. I just feel like what I'm gonna say is honestly more from a kind of not like a rage baity type of perspective. I just feel like, honestly, the whole Aspinall thing is just kind of weird because, I mean, we're talking about how the footage came out of, oh yeah, double eye poke, this, that. But the thing is, one, it was double eye poke, but like, how come he was only complaining about both the eyes? One, after he had seen the footage that they shown on the highlights after it had been stopped.
Are you saying? Wait, I'm
Two,
sorry, just because I didn't hear you. Are you saying why didn't he complain about the two eyes, or why did he?
yeah, no, I'm saying why didn't he complain
Oh, didn't
about
he?
the
Okay,
two
okay, okay.
eyes after the result had happened? And he'd only said like, "Guys, you're booing me." Like, understandable, yeah, I get why like he would be like frustrated and annoyed when people are booing him.
Hmm.
But it's like I don't know, man. And the actual like results and all that, which came back, which yeah, you guys I assume you probably seen like the video and all that. Um, I just like I don't know. Don't you kind of find it weird that like you're seeing the actual picture of his eyes and pupils, and you had literally seen like a full documentary video which he had uploaded, which I like. Yeah, I said that
Hmm.
that's what was uploaded after the fight, like post fight, and I don't know. I feel like the hate isn't justified, but I feel like like people commenting on the I guess the results of the doctor stuff, I guess, is justified. I feel like it is kind of justified in
So
that sense. Where I don't know, like okay, you have anything to say?
yeah, I was about to say that. Do you feel
Yeah,
like? Are you saying that when you say about the doctor stuff, like you say, you feel like that the hate is unjustified? I assume you mean the hate about, um, like him not
like
fighting and stuff like that. But what do you feel like the hate? What does he deserve hate for?
um, I feel like I feel like the hate. Like, I don't like what I mean by hate is I guess there's like various ways of how you can like be like, I hate someone. Like, I don't mean like, I don't agree with the people who are like, fucking, people saying, one person was saying, cut him, strip him, all that. Like, when I reacted live to that actual moment happening, I was just kind of like, oh man, really? Like, he couldn't use the 5 minutes, like, he just instantly. Because some people say they can't see, and that's what I mean. Like maybe that's understandably like people are kind of annoyed. Like I would understand literally why people were annoyed in that specific heat of the moment at that time because it's like you didn't like kind of take your time. The ref was giving him time. Understandable, like we can understand why it had to be stopped and why it was stopped. But at the end of the day, like I'm saying from the fans' perspective, and even from the fighter's perspective, like you didn't give yourself like a chance, Like because even like I'm saying with nut shot, high pucks, it's always okay. It's always either take a 1 2 minute break or even after the full 5 minutes, it's like okay, it's go time. But if it's after the 5 minutes and there's still eye problems, then yeah, go ahead and yeah, be my guest, I guess. So that's just kind of my main rebuttal against that, honestly, which is basically why did he just sort of instantly like be like, why did he just kind of say or react by saying, oh, I can't see, I can't see, I can't see.
Why
That's
didn't
just
he
kind of my
react?
rebuttal.
Yeah, because I've seen some people say that online, like the fact you're just to make sure I understand what you're saying, like the fact that like he didn't initially say he can't see and stuff, and that there have been people saying like his story kind of switches up outside and it seems more consistent to what we see on the screen, like he's complaining about one eye, then next moment it's two eyes. Once the footage comes out and you see it's two eyes,
Yeah,
he's switching his story. So I get
yeah,
what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I don't know. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a
Yeah,
response? I
no.
guess
That's
because
that's what I'm responding to.
yeah, okay,
Look, my opinion on this is, look, first of all, there's two separate conversations. I mean, we can go down the avenue of like debating, legit, if he, was being for real, if he wasn't being for real, all this and that. We could do that, for hours. And honestly, we really won't
yeah,
know. We really won't know. He knows, right? First of all, I will say, like, and why didn't he complain about the two eyes? I mean, to be fair, like in the moment, he doesn't know, what he's, in the moment he doesn't know if he's going to fight or not, so I'm sure he doesn't want to say. And also, I'm sure he doesn't want to get the fight called off if immediately it's like, I can't see out of both of my eyes. Like, you know, one of them literally could not open, keep in mind. So there was no hiding it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's shut, it's really bad, you know what I mean? I'm sure even for his perspective, one thing about him is, and he was mentioning about the finger and the eyeball, I think a big thing that had to play with this is, like I said, he's friends with Michael Bisping. He literally knows somebody that has one eye in MMA. Like, I would shit my fucking pants, like, if I lost my eyes, bro. Like, if I lost one eye and I couldn't see
Yeah,
it.
I literally understand that. I understand that, but wouldn't you reverse counter and say that, okay, I understand that I have a guy who ships me, blah, blah, this, that, like, you know, he fought one with one eye, even though, like, you know, the whole story of how he probably shouldn't have been fighting with one eye, X,
Uh,
Y, Z, etc.
well, yeah.
But, like,
hmm Well,
yeah, you can finish
yeah.
your,
Let
you
me
were gonna
say
say.
this because let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let me just at least respond to the like original thing. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and it still stands by that. I get what you're saying. Like, they're absolutely, and this goes to what we were saying earlier about how you know, there was like, there's other fighters. We need Benoit Saint Denis. There's been, yes, other fighters that have gone through worse. First of all, I think that's a testament to them. Like, give them the respect of continuing and pushing through. Yeah, they deserve respect. If you're somebody that gets poked in the eye and you can't see and you actually continue, that deserves respect, absolutely. But I will say, I just don't think it makes much sense to blame Tom Aspinall or even have these conversations when we're not blaming Tom Aspinall, right, who actually did the thing. Let me say this too. Like, even if Tom Aspinall did not see, I still believe he has. I mean, I'm sorry. Let me say that. Let me restart that thing. If Tom Aspinall
yeah.
really could see and he was lying and all this and that, and maybe let's just say, even say he felt like he was losing the fight and he didn't, and he wanted just another opportunity, rebook it, and hey, he gets another chance. Even if that's the case, I still don't even blame him because Ciryl Gane gave him the opportunity. If you are fighting, don't give your opponent an opportunity for a break. Don't give your opponent an opportunity to redo the fight. These are all consequences to cheating, right? Like, this is what the consequences should be. Hopefully this is a message to Ciryl Gane to say, hey, I'll close my fingers next time. I don't want this to happen, because I'm sure he feels just as Aspinall feels. Aspinall feels like he was winning. Ciryl Gane, I'm sure, feels like he was winning, right? Because
Aspinall felt like he was winning. Aspinall felt like he was winning.
well,
Or are you saying
you're right. You're
your
right.
opinion
Let
is
me
that
let
you
me
felt that Aspinall?
Well, my opinion is I actually
You can
think
finish.
Team Aspinall thought they were winning as well, because in the video there's a video that Tom posted where backstage they're saying how Tom, same thing that I was saying, Tom's heavy breathing and he was going backwards, and at one point even Tom's coaches says we were liking what we saw, and Tom didn't seem to jump out and disagree. I mean, who knows? Obviously, maybe Tom really felt like he was losing, and behind the scenes he's like, yeah, damn, I was getting my ass kicked. I don't know, but my opinion, I actually think that Tom's team believes that. I think obviously I'm sure Cyryl's team believes it, because obviously they're going to be biased, and honestly there's at least merit there to believe it. I understand why someone would believe it, but I think I understand. Look, the Aspinall part of this, if he was winning or not, I get that. We could debate that. I understand
Yeah,
that. What'd you say?
the whole, like, the actual competition aspect of it, like the whole, oh, if they're gone past the later rounds and all that, yeah, you know, like I'm not really here to argue about the actual like fight itself. I guess it's more or less the result and the aftermath, which is kind of the main issue. But yeah, obviously, you know, anything could have happened past if, yeah, you know, incident didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that too. But I want to know, what are your thoughts on this? Because this is more of my main point, is the idea of
Yeah.
blaming fighters for fouls, right? And what I'm trying to say is, I don't understand, blaming fighters who got fouled, right? Like Tom Aspinall got fouled, right? Like, my question to you, I guess, is, do you, like, why are we talking about, oh, if Tom Aspinall quit this and that, right? When I feel like the conversation should be, Ciryl Gane cheated. Ciryl Gane caused this all. And this, I feel like, is what should happen if you're cheating.
So you shouldn't get the rematch? He shouldn't get another chance to fight for the title type thing. Is that what you're
Oh
saying? Like, are you
no, no,
saying
no, no,
there
not at
should
all,
be?
not at all, not at all. I'm not saying I
Ciryl
wouldn't go that
Gane should
far.
get a fourth opportunity to fight at the championship. Yeah, that'd be
For real,
amazing.
how does
He's
Ciryl
gonna get a
Gane keep
fifth.
coming up with these opportunities to get a title shot, bro? Poke the
Undeserved
eye to get
title
Boys,
shot.
another
boys,
title
Like,
let's be
shot.
real.
Undeserved
He's gonna
title
get another
shot.
title shot after the whole
I'm
thing
gonna
with
blow
Tom's
my
done.
brains out. I'm gonna
I
blow
mean,
my brains.
basically, it's kind of like a rematch clause without like an actual pen to paper like type thing. Like the thing is gonna happen. Like it's basically a rematch clause where hey,
Hmm.
Because Ciryl
it's
Gane
that
got to be
type
the
of
most
sort of
protected
feeling
athlete, like
where
in all
with
Oh,
sports.
easily.
Yeah,
Ah,
but I want to say, I
there,
no, no,
Patty Pimblett jumped up 5 ranking spots without fighting anyone. Okay, there's a bit of debate we could do,
To be honest,
there's a whole lot
and
of things we could do with that.
I feel like that should be the next debate stream. Who is the most protected fighter in UFC history?
yeah. Honestly,
Protected.
I will definitely bring it back next week. Like I said, anytime there'll be I'll probably do a little more prep so we can format this a little bit so it's not as much like crosstalk. We'll figure that out. But I want to respond to you saying about Ciryl Gane. No, I'm not saying that Ciryl Gane shouldn't fight for a title again, or that you should be now having to fight for number one contenders now. I'm not gonna go that far. But what should happen
No,
is
no vocal trilogy, please. No vocal trilogy,
no, no, no.
please.
But if Ciryl Gane, but if Tom Aspinall, I feel like if Ciryl Gane fouls Tom Aspinall, Tom has the right to choose what he wants to do. If he, you're giving your opponent the opportunity to do whatever they want to screw you over. It's a perfect way to avoid that. Don't foul. Close your fists. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I don't even just go after Ciryl Gane. I went after UFC a few days ago. Talked about, bro, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. Reinvest into the sport, for Christ's sake. They're using the fucking infrastructure of thousands of years ago to hold this up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, for real, no, for real.
update.
Reinvest into divisions, reinvest, like actually start promoting fights. Stop
You just
doing
use
freaking
UFC and promoting in the same sentence.
Yeah.
What is this? A company
like
not run by Dana Pink?
Dana Pink.
Like, come on, bro.
Shout out Data Pink, bro. We got to get Dana on
Yeah.
the stream, bro.
Before
No,
I
he would
leave, I
leave
just want
about
to
a
say one
minute in.
thing.
So
He
I
would
just want to
fucking
get your
rage
thoughts
quit.
on. I guess since you're like more on the defensive side of the whole Tom Aspinall thing, I just wanted to get your thoughts on Dana's post-fight comments.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of want to get your thoughts on that when he was kind of, just I think he wasn't as pleased even with the whole, incident happening where he just kind of like dismissive, I guess, of the result, and he's just kind of like, "And we have to book it," but I mean, shit. I mean, I'd
You
rather
mind,
make
Jack?
sure
You mind if I
Joe
jump in for a
White have,
second?
type thing, but we have to book it. We have to make,
What'd you say, PZ?
You mind if I jump in for this one?
Yeah, sure. If you want, yeah. What do you got to say?
Yeah. So I think the thing with Dana is he doesn't really view the fighters as people. He kind of just
I don't
sees
think he.
everyone as like numbers on a spreadsheet and how
Hell
many
yeah.
followers everyone has, how
Honestly.
marketable everyone is. And he sees Tom as part of the reason John Jones left. He doesn't like how Tom doesn't talk trash or market himself.
He also, I think another factor is to do with the whole, obviously DC Tom interaction with the whole, how
Mm.
DC was kind of shitting on the division, even though,
We
the
shit on
division
Jailton
is
Almeida.
shit itself, like how we were talking about how they need to reinvest into the sport and the athletes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really blame DC for that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
DC's
but
right.
one thing I want to bring up though is during the week, Tom said 2 things that I have zero doubt pissed Dana White off. He mentioned
Yeah, the
how
boxing
he'd
thing.
be willing to vacate the belt for Ante Delija to get a shot at being champ
Yeah.
And going to boxing with Tom
and going to
saying,
boxing.
Tom's
Yeah,
Yeah.
dad saying, yeah.
And I
That
absolutely
shit was
agree.
probably bad week.
And-
Bad fucking week.
yeah, and I think that pissed off Dana. So the fact that Tom, wasn't able to continue fighting, I'll just word it like that so it's as neutral as possible. But since Tom wasn't able to continue fighting, that pissed off Dana even more. So he's going to throw all the blame onto Tom, which
If you
really
really
isn't fair
think about
because
it,
at the end of the day, no matter whether you think Tom quit, whether you think the eye poke was that bad.
Intentional or not intentional, bad or not bad.
Intentional. It doesn't matter what it was. At the end of the day, Gane fouled Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
This should all be on Gane.
Exactly.
No, he didn't. All he did was finger him.
All he did was what? I figure him. All right.
All he did was get
Yeah,
fingered by
yeah,
an
just think of
fighter.
them, you
Have you
know.
ever been fingered by an MMA fighter?
The Johnny Bones
No, he
way. The
did,
Johnny
bro.
Bones way. Learn,
Yeah.
The
learn a
famous
couple lessons
words.
from his last fight, you know, with Johnny Bones, you know.
Wait,
Learn some lessons,
before I
man.
leave,
Definitely, for
I
sure.
just have one more thing to say.
Yeah.
If Derek Lewis doesn't, if I know no one wants to see it, but Derek Lewis for the next UFC fight championship from Houston, I want to see a Houston champion. So that's the last thing I'm gonna
Give
leave off
Derek
on.
another title
Yo,
shot.
shout out
Give Derek
from
another
Houston.
shot. If
Oh,
they're gonna
no.
give Ciryl Gane 3 times, I
Yo,
want to see Derek.
Bro, I wanna say bye to High Functioning Addict because you're getting out. Thank you for joining the stream, of course. Come on, everyone, give it up
Hell yeah.
for the brave soul.
Brave
Hell
soul
yeah.
with a brave profile
Yes.
picture.
Whoa, yes,
What a
for
brave
sure.
soul, man.
Don't be afraid next week. Come on. Well, I'm sure we'll stream throughout the week too. But
100%.
about Dana, and I want to say about the business model because that's what Pizzy was kind of saying. And also, by the way, what's your name again? TV Boss. I love the profile pic, by the way. Utopia, dope album. We all.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. You know I love Travis Scott as well.
You know.
Shout out Travis Scott. Shout out.
Shout out.
Houston. No, the Houston guy just left, and we're shouting out fucking Travis now.
Whoa, what?
That us. What the fuck? We should have asked if he went to the Astroworld shit. You know, like the fucking festivals and shit.
I know someone who
That's
skipped fucking school to go there and
Really?
had to leave because of the crowd
kidding me.
crush.
Wow, bro.
So was it some fucking 12-year-old kid, bro?
He wasn't 12. No, he wasn't 12. This was high school, but yeah.
So listen, yeah, 12. So I would say with the business model, why also he doesn't invest. I agree, he doesn't see them as people fighters, but and I think what you said about the social media numbers is important. Clearly, they don't value what is the biggest fights. For me, I honestly feel like this TKO thing is the worst thing to happen to the UFC. I'm still here, lol. I did go to Astroworld. I snuck in. High Functioning Addict said, "Yo, shout out."
He's the problem.
Oh yeah, he just jumped the barricade.
He's the
bro.
reason the
Bro,
kid died.
You know,
Yeah.
but you just
Bro
like,
snuck.
you
I'm
just
a
snuck in
survivor.
casually, bro.
Wow, I'm a survivor. Wow, bro, that's crazy. Would y'all go to Astroworld if
Bro,
they
who
redid
said
it?
that?
I would.
Nah.
Who said that? You fuckers, man. Who said that?
Who?
Who said that?
Who said what?
You said you survived. You said you survived Astrofest.
Oh,
That's high
the guy that was
functioning.
just here. The guy that was just here, literally.
The guy with the incredible profile
the guy with the
picture.
massive schlong on his profile, bro. It was the guy that he said he survived the
Bro,
Astroworld.
what?
I don't know if you saw his profile, bro. He did have a massive schlong on it. I'm not lying. What do you call it, bro? No, but about Dana, I keep saying this, and now we get sidetracked by Astroworld and all this shit. With Dana is, I agree. He doesn't see them as people. He doesn't even see the biggest fights to make anymore. This TKO thing, I think it's the worst thing that happened to UFC. Maybe I think I don't know. I'm not gonna be as dramatic to say, this is the death of UFC, but I'm gonna say it's definitely really.
Literally this week's fucking Fight Night event shit, man. Fucking
Yeah.
PVR this shit, man.
Look, TKO.
What, you mean you're
What?
not excited for Steve Garcia versus David Onama?
Yeah.
Being Dana now, bro. It's such a back. You know when Dana makes those fucking video announcements where you're like, guys, you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss Steve Garcia and David Onama.
I don't even think he's bothering with one of these for this one. It's genuinely that dead of a fight.
He definitely has to look up the name, bro.
Here's the thing. It's one thing if you're going to put these guys up against literally anyone else in the division, then yeah, you could sell it as a fight.
And it's not even up
build
against
these
anyone
two
significant.
fighters who don't have a lot of hype on them.
Yeah.
Steve Garcia is a pretty marketable fighter. He's on like a 5-fight knockout streak or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, he was. He went to a decision. But like,
So put him up against,
wait, listen.
well-known.
give him fucking anyone else. You put two prospects who have no hype on them
Prospects
against
against
each other in the
prospects.
apex.
Listen, I would say about I agree. The Apex is terrible. Apex sucks. We all hate the fucking Apex around here.
Yeah, that's just.
Except Joe Rogan, those are
Yeah.
his favorite fights.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't commentate them.
So with this, what TKO model is to make money is bringing they're basically like kind of like a kid's like a kid's birthday party in a way. Like they go to these venues pay high money to have them, and that's it. Like they don't give a fuck about anything else anymore because that's how they make their money.
They used to, but they don't anymore.
Why? No, they're still making the money like that. That is the main way they're making money. They go into events saying, "Hey, we're gonna bring this fight night to you," getting paid a site fee. Boom, boom. Next location, next location.
We're we're gonna bring it to Australia,
Yeah,
guys. We're going on the road to fucking. We haven't been to this place in how long? Yeah, how come you haven't been to this place in how
yeah,
long?
exactly.
Fucking wonder why.
Yeah.
Fucking
Because they're
Apex.
not paying.
Honestly,
Why can't they go to
well,
Hawaii? They won't pay. Well,
another
actually,
thing is
Yeah, where the fuck
okay,
Hawaii?
well,
Where the
Hawaii,
fucking
I'm be
state?
real with Hawaii.
Fucking South Africa.
I don't know if Hawaii even has a big enough arena for them to justify it. Hawaii and South Africa, I understand why they don't do it, especially now that Drick has lost. South Africa would have made
That's
sense
what
like a
don't
year ago. Or
would have made
nah.
sense a year or 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
don't defend them about that, PZ. Don't even. I've been hearing
oh no,
for
I'm
5
about I'm
years.
about to give Dana a
Yeah.
whole bunch of shit. Don't worry.
Nah,
I'm just
I've been
saying
hearing.
Hawaii and South
Mm.
Africa.
I've been hearing
Mm-hmm.
for 5 years, bro. Africa, coming to Africa. They had 3 African
Yeah.
champs. They've
5
gone and
years.
Yeah,
passed.
no, I'm gonna be
Even
real.
had a
They
champion in
blew
Ghana.
their
No,
opportunity
they
with
had no.
Africa. They
They
had
had
everything in the
Izzy,
bag. They
Kamaru, and
sold.
Francis, but yet they didn't go to Africa. They had Drickers, but yet they didn't go to Africa.
Yeah.
Bro, they had 4, 5, 6 years, and you're telling me, bro, they had 4 freaking African champs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally like in
Um
this time that they've done that, and it just
well,
that's
I,
the
I
wait
want to
wait.
say what I think the biggest issue is. I think Dana White's stubbornness
Fucking
and
infrastructure,
pettiness is
infrastructure.
holding back the UFC. I think he is
Absolutely.
way too opinionated on certain things, and because no matter what,
Way too
Well,
opinionated.
actually, I
it
Way
doesn't
disagree.
matter
on
how many
on the
executives you
business
stick in the
itself.
room. I think he's going to be the loudest voice no matter what, and everyone will fall in line and listen to him, even if he's not right.
Now, are you guys ready for the real debate? Because I actually disagree entirely. I actually
Really?
think, there's a narrative online that Dana White is, bringing down the UFC. I think he's bringing down the UFC by actually not getting involved, pure laziness. I actually think, a lot of people, I forgot, I think it was on stream, someone said like, oh, who could run the UFC? That would be big. And it was, or that could make it big and actually improve it. I don't know how many
Okay,
people there are, because listen to me, you're going to have to find somebody.
let's be
Wait,
honest.
listen. No, wait, listen. I'm not even done making my point here. With Dana White, right? Like I think he's just too lazy and all this. And why I think it would be tough to find somebody that would do better is because first you're gonna have to find somebody that wouldn't fucking go crazy about the money that you're giving up. The UFC are making so much money by doing this, going to site fees, this and that. That is why. It's pure laziness, pure just getting money. And that's why I think if Dana White leaves, if Dana White were to leave the UFC, I think the UFC would be dead, because at least Dana White, here's my hope for the UFC. Paramount's coming up. There's a big opportunity. I'm hoping that Dana finds something in himself to say, you know what, the people are talking shit on the UFC. I got to bring it. It's my baby. I created this thing. I think that's the best hope for the UFC, is that Dana gets some sort of fire back. I'm not saying I think that's going to happen. I'm just saying that would be the hope. I think the best chance, because I don't think he's here saying like, oh, let's have it at the Apex. I don't even think he's making these decisions. I think these are decisions by the company, by the fat cats on top that don't give a fuck about the fans, that are just, let's generate it. Let's generate this. And what they're doing is, yeah, it's generating a lot of money, but it's going to slow down eventually. It might take a while, but it's going to slow down, and then try building that spark up. Go ahead and try. And then Dano's going to probably be gone by then. That's my prediction.
I have a few counterpoints for you.
Yeah. Well, first let's
So-
ask. First, I want to ask TV and PZ.
Yeah.
TV, because he was talking first. So just and then you say it, but keep it semi short so you both can go. Let's hear it.
Yep.
Let's hear it, TV.
Me on about what? Yo,
I
like
thought
you
you
want
had
me to comment your
Oh,
point
never
now?
mind. Well, PZ can go. I thought you had something to say. PZ, my bad.
Yeah, I
'cause
thought you
were-
had something to
no,
say
yeah.
too. I was going to say you
Yeah,
could.
you can go. You can go.
Okay, so one of the biggest things is stadium shows.
Mhm.
Dana White is very staunchly against it. When during the whole Canelo and Crawford thing, Turkey Al-Sheikh wanted to do a stadium show for it. I don't remember if they wound up doing it or not, because I kind of only watched the main event and checked out about halfway through, because it was very impressive to watch, but after about 2 rounds, you realize like Crawford doesn't have the power to hurt Canelo, and
Damn, it's like knock each other
Canelo
out, bro. Like try.
Canelo
Like, damn,
doesn't have the
stop showing
technique
up.
to land on Crawford. But
They don't have the technique to knock each other out. That's it. That's that.
no, it was more just Crawford didn't have the power and Canelo didn't have the technique.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dana White wanted to do a arena show. He wanted to make it as exclusive as possible. He wanted to make it a much smaller event. And let's be real, like for boxing fans, this was the biggest fight like in a while. This is probably as big as
Since
Usyk Fury 1.
Mhm.
And that was only so big because it was the first undisputed heavyweight fight in like 25 years or something.
So my thing about
Now,
wait, who is speaking?
I'm still going.
Oh,
Don't
my
worry.
bad. You go. You go. My bad.
But Dana was very against and had like gone on record saying, no, we shouldn't do a stadium show. We should keep it in an arena. And that's because he likes the exclusivity. He likes keeping everything smaller so they could charge more for individual tickets. And if they don't sell out, that like here's the thing, they could not sell out a stadium, and I'm gonna make up numbers real quick for the sake of the argument, and do 10 million in profits. But to Dana, it sounds better to only do 5 million in profits and say you had a sold out arena.
I mean, I think that it's interesting to say about the stadium. Maybe there's a point there to say like, oh, about not selling it out and stuff like that. For sure, that's probably more of a concern. But I actually disagree, and I actually agree with Dana White. I actually agree that even though I think stadiums are good because at the end of the day, it'll make the ticket prices cheaper. That's my only reason why I agree with it. But stadium shows are 1,000%, especially for something like UFC. It's going to be worse for the fans. Like, it is going to suck. They're going to be so small, especially if it's like Wembley. Like, people say, oh, they should go to Wembley. Wembley's massive. Like, bro, have you guys seen Tyson Fury and Tyson Fury? And
I'm not saying they do this for everything, but I think a few stadium shows a year.
Also, I want to say I don't even think really Dana White is. I don't know if he's doing it for more money, because I think that there probably would be times, like you just said, for certain fights, like probably like John Jones when he fought Ciryl Gane. That would have been a good example. Like if that was at a stadium, probably they probably could have, especially at that time, sold it out. Maybe, or McGregor Poirier 3. Another one that could have been at a stadium. I mean, that was COVID. Yeah, there's a lot of stadiums you could absolutely do. But I don't know
front
if
row seat. Steve originally before front row is $1,000.
What happened?
For front row seats. It was $125,000 for front row seats.
At which fight?
That was Jones Miocic.
Oh yeah, I know, I saw that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, no, I that was the card I got priced out of. I couldn't go to that fucking card.
MSG.
Yeah.
Probably bad. Because he has said stuff like this before. He definitely sees it better to charge a bunch of expensive tickets and keep the price of the product up than to expand and do a few stadium shows a year.
Unfortunately, wait, hold up. Unfortunately, you did cut out a little bit, so I'm gonna ask. Wait, I heard you say about that Dana White said something about what? Like, what did you say he said?
Dana White said a few times that he hates the idea of stadium shows, and he refuses to ever sign off on something with one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But on the other hand, in his mind, it's definitely better to make as much money off individual ticket sales. Like in his mind, it's definitely better to have each individual ticket be super expensive than to make more money off cheaper tickets.
And also, wait, I also want to mention this. I don't even think the UFC make their money on tickets, because I think they just get paid a plain fee, and then the tickets are decided by
I'm pretty sure they get a gate price.
Yeah, they probably do get like some sort of but I don't think all of it for sure. Like I think probably a small part of it.
Oh, definitely not all of it, but they definitely get a cut. I don't see why the UFC would go to these arenas if they weren't getting a cut of the gate.
Well, because that's what I'm saying. They're getting paid. Yeah, they do get paid, by the way, by the gate. But what do you call it? But also just because they get paid, for a job there, and they want to keep it up and keep up these contracts, I feel like would be enough motivation to keep it going. But what were you saying? You can continue.
But yeah, like I remember seeing I think it was a Lucas Tracy video a while back. Which, by the way, great background noise.
What?
If you're ever trying to do something else.
Why are you saying? Oh well, you know why? It's because you're saying Jack MMA is full attention.
Of course.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I was insulted.
Yeah, but he was saying like how one of the biggest fights they could make right now if they market it properly is Paddy versus Ilya.
Mm-hmm.
But if they market it correctly and do it properly, if you look at Ilya, he is backed up. He's either backed or sponsored by Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's already an in with that stadium, which it's a big stadium. It's not the biggest, but it's still a big stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Spain versus England. There's definitely some sort of soccer rivalry that you could already build off of. You could cut a promo where like all the Real Madrid guys are standing behind Ilya, bunch of
Who does
I don't
Spanish
know
for?
English
Like
football
Liverpool?
clubs, but bunch of English football teams are standing behind Paddy. Set it up similar to the Aldo versus McGregor trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And then just stack the card with European talent.
That would be a great idea, but we know the
Throw
issue.
Yuri on there because another thing is Europe is so much easier to travel.
Mm.
There's trains going all over the place. It's mostly an open border policy, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I
It
guess
is a
probably
lot
within Euro
easier.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. The EU or whatever. So from what I understand, it is a lot easier to travel. It is a lot easier for, someone from Yuri's village to travel from the Czech Republic all the way to Spain than it is for someone from New York to travel to California.
Mm-hmm. No, 1,000%. I mean, but I don't think that necessarily means that they should. I get what you're saying. They definitely should do more shows. I mean, I think
Yeah.
everybody agrees.
Well,
at
I'm
other
saying at
places.
least for this fight, you could make it the
Regardless.
first. They can make it the first Paramount Plus numbered card because they're getting rid of pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But the first Paramount
It's
Plus
Paramount.
numbered card. And here's the thing: you set it in that stadium. There's going to be thousands of European fans in there, which Europe already has a great crowd. Now, imagine a shit ton of them all getting behind their fighters.
Yeah. It's almost
Ton of
like how
English
you build.
guys.
It's almost like that's how
It,
you
it,
build stars.
yeah, and I think I checked somewhere. It is like a 5 or 6 hour train ride from England to Spain.
What
You
about
do have to do a bit
France?
of
Yeah,
passport stuff, I think.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean
But
people traveling? You mean fans?
yeah, fans
Oh,
can
yeah.
travel to Spain to
Then
see
never
this
mind.
so much easier.
I see why you brought that up. No, that's a great point as well. That's a great
Yeah.
point. You would have you would have a lot
Um,
more probably people coming over than even
Yeah.
think about this. Like, let's be real. Probably the most diehard. I mean, I won't say the most diehard, but a lot of probably diehard fans. Let's be real. There's a lot of diehard fans probably for Patty in London. A lot of diehard fans in Spain. Obviously, there's probably fans all over the world, but
There's so many diehards.
Like, think about the arena
fans in
energy.
Spain. Yeah, the arena energy will be incredible.
Mhm.
There's going to be people flying in from the US for this because, they'll stack the card and tickets will be more affordable.
Mhm.
So people can justify it as like a full vacation or whatever.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a nosebleed ticket to MSG is like $600.
Yeah. Sadly,
yeah.
I know firsthand. I was looking today.
Yeah, I'm like 30-minute train ride and a 10-minute walk away from MSG.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brother, we both genuinely
You say
want
you're
to
30
go
minutes away? Wait, a train ride 30 minutes?
There's a lot of stops.
Well, no, 30 minutes, but I'm like, oh, that's not. I was thinking that's not that bad in terms of.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not bad.
For me, I mean, I'm like 20-minute train ride.
Yeah, but it's like 30 minutes or so train ride to get to MSG. That
I saw you
should
were
be a great
farther.
opportunity to
Oh,
go
nah,
in.
but you take like the LIRR or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that shit's like a bullet train. I've actually never been on, but I live like pretty close to one, so who knows? I've been wanting to try it, bro.
Yeah, it's fairly fast actually.
I know that's what everyone says. I use public transit. Yo, good night, homies. I'm supposed to be asleep. Have an anatomy exam, bro. High functioning addict. Good luck on anatomy. Anatomy is a hard ass class. Yo, get your rest. Good luck. I'm gonna be giving you the energy. Don't worry. Credit to you. And also, I've been peeping what you're saying. He's been talking about how I think he's gone to AT&T Stadium and just said overall, I think his kind of stance was, it's not good stadiums. But yeah, I don't think stadiums look stadiums, I think what it helps is building
Like,
stars, building
yeah.
moments, and that type of thing. I don't know if necessarily,
Mm.
I disagree. I don't think it's better for the fans, but I don't know. I don't know. I just think that Dana White is not involved. I think Dana White just doesn't have
Yeah, that's
love.
another thing. I
And
mean,
it's
he's got
like,
all the Zuffa boxing stuff.
yeah. And I just, but that's why
Hunter,
I
man.
disagree.
Hunter, man.
But that's why I disagree that he's ruining it. I just think that he's ruining it by not being involved. I actually think if he was involved, the
Yeah,
Yeah,
product
he's
well,
would
just taking a
benefit.
different role. It's not ruining, but actually being
I
involved.
wouldn't say
Being like,
ruining it. Like, I'm being completely honest. I don't think the product itself
exaggeration.
is going downhill due to management. It does to a little extent, but not in a big way.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think like everything that's gone downhill with the UFC is something that could genuinely be fixed in a month, for now at least. I think a lot of it just is like a lot of cards aren't performing.
I hope that
And
the boxing thing fails and Dana White's just like, you know what?
same.
I need a W and I need to fucking go
No,
hard.
I genuinely hate everything about Zuffa boxing.
Yeah, honestly, the whole boxing thing, I mean, it sucks. I had some faith, but I don't know. I don't have faith anymore that it's not going to go through just because now they have a deal with Paramount, so now they're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It seems, but I hope it falls through. I mean, I guess. Well, to be fair, there's always a scenario where I mean, look, they have a deal with Zuffa Boxing. He could always leave
Super
Zuffa
Boxing is
Boxing.
different to the event they had on Netflix, Canelo versus Crawford, which Dana was co-promoting with things. So it's just a one-time thing. I'm confused with the whole Zuffa
Well,
thing.
that wasn't that. So this Zuffa Boxing is like a promotion now, is what they're calling it. That was just an event that he did. Who else is talking? Yo, you could join the Discord and debate. We're doing live debates here. I'm just answering the chat. But what did you just say about Dana White? Just remind me. What was I saying?
Oh, me?
Yeah. What was I just saying about Dana White? Do you guys remember? I don't know.
Oh, you were saying
He's checked out.
Oh, that he should. Well, yeah.
how
It was something. I don't know what I was saying. He's just checked out, bro. He's washed, man. He needs to get back in. Oh, it's about Zuffa Boxing. That Zuffa is a promotion, and he just promoted the last event. It wasn't, I don't think, part of this new promotion officially. Now there's a deal for the promotion that the first event, I think this is the first event, is going to be, I think it's like 12, so I assume it's once a month. And what do you call it? I think they're probably going to start building stars. I honestly do hope that, it at least is good. Like, I hope, I think it would be really dope to see, oh, damn, these are actually some good fights coming out of this shit. Like, there's some good main events that I'm actually excited for. But I don't think so. I think it'll probably not really attract too many MMA fans in general. But I do want to ask you guys, though, because there is a really hot topic that's going on in the chat right now. Do you think Aspinall is handsome?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think the neck tattoos bring him down a little, but other than that, he's a very handsome man.
Honestly, like, what was his thought process on getting those tattoos?
Like, I'll be real, I just don't think anyone looks good with neck tattoos.
Yeah, the neck tattoos was a bit much. The other tattoos are fine.
Yeah.
And TV, why did you mute yourself when I asked this? Are you containing yourself right now?
Oh, what? Shit, my bad. I didn't even.
Nah, come on. You heard us mention Aspinall being handsome, bro.
I didn't.
And his
No,
tats.
I didn't.
Bro got giddy.
No.
Top 15 handsomest fighters of all time live stream.
Yeah, that'll be. We don't got enough time for that. That's gonna be like a 5-hour stream.
No.
Yeah. What's up? You think Tom
that would be a
Aspinall's handsome?
generational
Y'all
event.
talking about tattoos?
Huh?
Y'all talking about tattoos? His Aspinall's tattoo?
Yeah, you
The
fuck,
neck tattoos, yeah.
you fuck with
Yeah, overrated.
Yeah, overrated. I agree. I don't like it much either, guys.
I
But
wouldn't even say overrated. I just don't think it looks good.
yeah, is anyone rating it?
What's it?
No.
No one rates it. But yo, it was good to meet you.
I understand.
TV.
What's with people?
Wow.
Hold on, I got like a few more points I just want to run through quickly.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
About Dana White. So another thing, the gloves. Everyone's like, "Oh, get new gloves." Why hasn't the UFC gotten new gloves? It's literally because Dana White wants exclusive rights to it. A lot of people bring this up. Trevor Whitman's gloves. He talked about it on, I think it was JRE. He has gloves that like naturally curve your hands in. Basically, if you extend your fingers, you're doing it intentionally, making most eye pokes intentional. Dana White doesn't want to pay him for the gloves. He wants to pay for the patent and to get exclusivity over them. Like, he's not willing to do a deal where he pays Trevor Whitman for his gloves. He just wants to buy the gloves off him outright.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a great example of a
It's
tangible thing you could say Dana's doing that does it. I like I said, I think that also is like the business shit of it, and that's what I mean. I feel like the business shit is like what's fucking up the UFC.
business.
Yeah.
You might be thinking about that.
Oh, go on.
Dana, come on, man. Dana, come on, man.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
What other
Another
point you got?
thing, this is probably the biggest thing that needs to change. Stop doing the Instagram lives.
Yo, thank you.
There's no hype behind them.
No one gives a fuck. They're great.
Nobody gives. They only join the live streams because they want to hear the fights. That being said, if you miss them, you open Instagram, you see it anyway.
They're cringe, bro. They're mad.
Y'all know
cringe.
the easiest way to build hype for a fight announcement?
Mhm.
Announce them during the pay-per-views. Set up a trailer. Play it on the pay-per-view like they used to.
Oh
And
my god.
boom, that would build so much more hype. That would give more of a justification for people
Don't even
to
do
watch.
trailers. No. Don't even do trailers, though. Their trailers nowadays. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Shit
another
trailers,
point. They
man.
need to work on their fucking marketing.
What's on their
Posters
fucking
too.
trailers, bro? I mean, the core
Like,
markings are good,
let's
but
be real.
trailers-
The only it's like you don't see ads for a UFC fight.
Mhm.
You just see the Instagram posts.
Yeah. I know.
Like-
And that's what it is. Even me, I would take at this point, like, I would honestly take like a fucking graphic. Boom, new fight announced at this point, rather than one of these lives. And that's not even asking for too much. And I want more than that, but I'm just saying like these lives are becoming. I hate it, bro. I hate it. It's like I don't even tune in.
Like 2-3 fights for the same pay. Okay,
I'm
like
be
for
real.
example, they
The
could
only
announce a
reason
fight.
I tune in is so I can hear it first. I don't actually care about the announcement. There's no excitement behind it. When Dana White did his stream at 10 o'clock at night, boarding a plane to leave DC, I actually started laughing.
I know, bro. That was
And they
like
don't even
that was
announce
the
the full
epitome.
fight card. They announce like 2-3 fights
Yeah.
for one pay-per-view, and then the next. Like, if you're gonna announce the if like for example, if you're gonna announce a Paramount card, like you gotta have like actual bangers, and two, it's at least gotta be like the main card or a full like prelim card or something. Like at least like you can't be announcing 1-2 like single fights,
Yeah.
No,
and
exactly.
then other get leaked by Twitter guys, all that, etc.
Yeah.
Or find
And
out
the thing
through
is, with the past few lives,
other
we
shit.
all knew the fights before they got announced.
Yeah, that's actually what I was
Yeah,
literally
like
about to
it feels
mention
like
too.
Yeah, like the only one that came out recently that I actually didn't know before it got announced was the guitar card. And
Oh yeah.
again, that's a fight night, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's a fight night.
not even
All
a
of
hint.
these get leaked. The fighters hint them before they get announced, and half of them are so
Yeah,
obvious. It's like, yeah, no shit.
oh my god, I actually hate when
Legal.
fighters hint that shit, bro. Why the fuck
Yeah.
do they hint that shit?
Probably because engagement, build hype.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
mind.
at
Look,
the same time, they need to market
I'm
themselves.
the promotion, man.
Yeah.
I feel like the
I mean, look, I
promotion
honestly don't mind,
isn't
and I
great.
actually like fighters announcing their fights more. But I mean, like either announce it or don't, or just something special with it, bro. Like Ilya Taporia, I think he announced that he didn't announce he was fighting Volk, but it was like, oh, teasing the date, and like that, and he actually filmed a good
Oh yeah,
promo with
that
it.
one.
Let the
Yeah,
fighters
a
build
lot of
hype.
Yeah, I
times.
guess there's exceptions.
Yeah, a
There's
lot of times
exceptions,
fighters
like
will
I
announce
did
that
like
they
it.
have a fight booked. They won't say who it is, and when their suspected opponent also announces they have a fight booked within the same week, it's like, yeah, well, no shit.
Yeah. Well, guys,
Yeah, it's like put two and two together.
I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, guys. I'm gonna wrap up the
Yeah,
call.
definitely.
It's been we've been going live for 2 hours nearly. This is nearly
Yeah.
as long as the fucking pay-per-view was,
Holy
guys.
shit.
But I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
I appreciate. I mean,
Hold
not
on, wait,
tuning in.
Jack. One last very quick
Yeah.
point.
Yes.
With press conferences, either let the reporters ask actual questions and get someone who's going to be exciting to head them, or just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm be so real.
The questions are sure shit nowadays. bro.
Either
I
just
can't
get rid
even-
of either get rid of press conferences entirely, because let's be real, nobody watches them. The questions suck, and the reporters are terrible.
Can I say something to you guys?
Yeah.
That I'm gonna confess.
Fuck these
I swear
reporters,
to God.
man.
I swear to God, I've not watched the last two press conferences. Me,
I haven't
as
watched any this year.
someone who watches, who makes videos about UFC, this and that. Like, I don't even watch these press conferences anymore because any important moments will be on Twitter. You don't gotta fucking
Yeah.
watch this. I haven't watched. I literally, and this is I always watched every press conference. No, these last two I did not even watch. I didn't watch
The
Tom.
last one I watched was Dustin versus Islam.
Wow, that's like a year and a half ago, bro. That's
Yeah.
still long. I don't
And
blame you.
I
Haven't missed
remember it-
much. You haven't missed much, bro.
Yeah. And y'all know why I remember it?
Yeah.
You haven't missed
Literally
out much.
literally just because of the whole moment where Dustin called Islam a motherfucker and he lost his mind.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, I remember back.
Yeah,
back
wow. The most craziest part of the conference. He called him an MF word.
Yeah.
I remember.
But honestly, I think Dana White and John Anik just shouldn't do the press conferences because Dana White never answers any questions. He literally just deflects
And
every
two, he
time.
blocks fighters from actually having engaging moments.
Yeah, he
Like,
blocks the fighters.
you know,
Anytime something's actually getting built up, he just goes next question. Here's the
Yes, yes,
perfect
yes.
solution. Put Michael Bisping in there.
That's a good question. That's a good idea. Honestly.
If you think about
Yes,
it,
question.
Bisping sold fights at press conferences. That was his thing. He's
Yeah.
going to let fighters work. He's going to let them, build up, create hyped up moments. Because, he did the same thing. He knows what they're trying to do. And also, if it gets boring, like, let's be real, Michael Bisping isn't exactly a, quiet and reserved person. If someone asks a stupid question, he might make a comment about that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll make press conferences a lot more entertaining. Reporters might ask actual questions. And it'd probably just be better for the sport that we have actual press conferences going.
Yeah, and I agree, and I actually think that's a really good idea. Bring Michael Bisping in, and these press conferences, in my opinion, I think that maybe the press conferences are a bit outdated. Like, maybe let's bring these guys. Can we have face to faces? Is that a crazy thought? And also, I wanted to say, too,
one
that
by one.
I remember back. Yeah, really, right? I remember back in the day. They should do one by one. Back in the day, people were complaining. Well, not back in the day, it was that long ago, but with Colby and Jorge Masvidal, I guess that was 2022. People were complaining back then. Oh, the press conference was so bad, this and that. Now the press conference seems like amazing in comparison to what we're getting nowadays. I mean, seriously, like at least there was some tension, some beef, some this and that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like you don't even get anything. So
yeah.
it's
press conferences
definitely started getting shit off too.
That used to be, hey, we got these two guys who don't look like each other. Going in, they're going to talk a bunch of trash. Things are going to get heated. They might throw water bottles at each other.
Yeah.
Trick is for Shemaev. They chirped at each other on Twitter all year, and I didn't watch the press conference.
Talking mad shit on Twitter.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing like.
Yeah. Same thing with Sean Strickland Drekus too. Press conference was shite as well for those
The
fights.
First one was
yeah.
really good.
Well, yeah, but that was a seasonal press conference. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
and that's what I think they should do more of too. Is like, have a longer press conference because, like I say, like that's how you get these long-term narratives. Like that's what happened with Drekus and Sean. If you didn't have that first press conference, you wouldn't have had, like, you would have had like 0% of that. Like and there wasn't a lot of hype for it, but there would have been zero if that didn't happen. So, So yeah.
Also, seasonal press
in
conferences
the highlight material and videos too. That's what helps the marketing.
Mhm, yeah.
You can put all the trash out, the beef, all that shit in the market. Like.
Exactly.
But also, seasonal press conferences just help so much because, like, first of all, the fighters aren't weight trained, so they're actually willing to talk. Their voices aren't going to be drying out because they can actually drink the water put in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've all seen the picture of Ilias staring at Dana's water that he just put down, and
literally,
probably one of the funniest.
Man.
It happened
pictures of the
twice
year.
too. Twice,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, twice.
Like literally 2 separate occasions, bro. Poor Ilya, bro. But no, I agree. We all agree. UFC needs to up their game and shit. Like they need to boss up, But I do thank you guys. I'm gonna end this call. Read the chat a little bit, and I'm about to end in like 5 minutes, though probably less. Or I just want to see because I did ignore some people in the chat. But great convo, guys. I appreciate both of y'all. Good to meet you, TV. I've already met PZ. Great to meet you too, high functioning addict, bro. Good luck on your test. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna end this call, guys, and we'll chat it up in the Discord as well. But I'm not gonna end the stream just yet, y'all. So stay tuned. All right, guys.
I'm probably gonna hop off for the night.
Oh, good. I'm literally about to end it too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for all
See you,
hopping
dude.
on. Peace.
Of course.
Goodbye, TV. Good to
Peace.
meet you, bro. All right, that was a little first debate, guys. I mean, that was a really nice segment that we did. We're about to end this stream, guys. Seriously, I'm gonna read some of y'all chat because I felt terrible not reading some of these, man. I was really sad. And there was a lot of people typing and people I didn't even recognize. So I really wish I could have. What's up, John Dong? Sending that, bro. Look, John Dong, I got you, bro. I know you were chatting up a lot, John Dong. You a John Glazer? What the hell? You were beefing with somebody here? Damn, I wish I would have popped out on this. You're a John Glazer or what? Yeah, Ciryl was winning on strike and Tom had bloody, but you act like Tom was winning 10-8. That's the point. Gane wasn't winning 10-8, but he was winning the first round, which is the round where Aspinall was supposed to KO. What did he call you? A John Glazer? I mean, are you? What were you? What the heck? Let me see. I guess you were saying what, that the Gane Aspinall fight went on. Gane would have picked. I don't know about that, John. I disagree with you on that, and we heard my argument. I think actually that, like I said, I think he would have worn him down. Yeah, Gane was winning, but most of the toxic fan bases were acting like Gane was dominating. Yeah. Gane was definitely not dominating. Ciryl Gane hits harder than Gane, but he doesn't have footwork like Gane. And I agree. Yeah, I agree. Gane is definitely way better technical, but he isn't. It doesn't hit as hard. I mean, nowhere near as hard. Ciryl Gane hits very hard. Even Tom said that he's never been hit like that, and he barely got even hit. He got hit once. Yeah, I'm not saying Gane was dominating, but he was ahead in the significant strikes. It's Gane's style to slowly pick his opponents apart over time. But I disagree. I don't think he was slowly picking apart Aspinall. He wasn't. He was landing shots. Picking him apart is like, oh, look, I'm setting up shots. He wasn't necessarily setting up shots. He was landing jabs. It wasn't like he was putting apart, like getting his body. You know, if anything, I actually think Aspinall was picking him apart by throwing shots to the body, throwing shots up top, setting up the takedowns. He was threatening a lot more at Ciryl Gane. I think it would have just, the pace would have went too much. Would have went too fast for him. I think Tom can take down Gane and submit him in the rematch. I don't know why he was going tit for tat with Gane in the striking. Like I said, I don't think necessarily that the game plan is he'll take him down right away like John did. It's to wear him down. It's to feint the takedown, use the boxing. I don't think that Tom is this crazy, slouch on the feet. He could definitely hang on the feet. He could definitely, I think, knock out Gane. If I had a body like if I had a body like I assume you mean Jared Cannonier, I'd cover my whole body in oil. DC 2025. Because Tom's been trading with his opponents. Shout out to PZ. Tom's been trading with his opponents all the time. He did it with Tabira, Blades, Pavlovich. Yeah, and that's true. That's actually a great point for you, John, to bring up. I get what you're saying there, that he trades with a lot of his opponents, and that I think is a good argument to say when we're saying things like, oh, that he didn't look the same. However, I still think that, I don't know. Yeah, maybe hypothetically Gane could have caught him. Absolutely. I just don't think that would have happened. One eye was worse than the other. Yeah, correct. Now, if I think about it, imagine what Ngannou would have done to Tom. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's interesting to say. I definitely think there's more things to say about that than John. I mean, I definitely think this was, Ngannou definitely is more likely to beat Tom after watching that than I would say, oh, John's going to beat Tom. I'm not saying John would beat Tom watching that, but I can understand you saying that. I can understand you saying that about Ngannou. And I also have to really pee right now, so I'm holding it. Hello, what's up? You are right. First of all, how the hell eye poke is unintentional. Whatever fighter punches, the fist is always closed. That's true, and I mean, it's not intentional because when you're backing away, you're doing that, but that's kind of avoiding the fight. So, and also everyone are now judging Tom. That Gane made Dom bleed, so Gane will win. The inclusion doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we all agree. Your spin facts, Yuri versus Hill. Yes, there's plenty of examples. And we kind of read a lot of this. I think Demetrius is right. If UFC wants to remove eye pokes, then they have to go bring back boxing gloves. I don't know. I think there's some gloves out there. I mean, can we try something? Can we at least try a glove before we give up and say we got to go to boxing gloves? Have we tried one? The gloves last year had nothing to do with eye pokes. That's the facts. It had nothing to do with eye pokes. Really, even the trailer that they released did not mention anything about eye pokes because they didn't improve eye pokes. The challenge is trying to make gloves that can prevent eye pokes without hindering a fighter's ability to grapple. I think you could definitely have one like that you need to, use strength to open. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, if I'm putting a little pressure on my hand, I can move it like this easy, you know, because I could move my hand, you know, something like that's not so heavyweight that has some pressure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not a designer here, but I'm sure it could be done. All right. Dana's got a lot of money. Isaac, we were just doing some debates live. We could have used you, bro. We could have used you to hop on. It could have been a nice talk. But yo, next time you got to hop on, bro. I don't know if you're the talking type, but that would have been a crazy collab to have you on. What do you expect going into this fight? Ha ha ha. I don't know. I don't know what that was laughing at. One more thing. Islam wants to fight Heartbroken Ilya at the White House. Is this right? Yo, Zenio's funny. I think I actually laughed at something else you said before. Yeah, Heartbroken Ilya, bro. Heartbroken Ilya is something we're gonna have to talk about when Ilya's fight gets announced. That's for sure. I'm gonna have to talk about that in my video and bring it up because a lot of people have been talking about it. Heartbroken Ilya is coming out of the gates, and if he's been doing what he's been doing with a full heart, imagine him with his heart ripped out of his chest. Bring undefeated Chael to the press conference. That's not a bad shot either. You know, Michael Bisping or Chael. I think Michael Bisping actually, I think, is a better choice. I think he's just a little more animated. Chael is funny. Like, Chael has trolls, but I don't know how, I think he needs someone a little more animated, but not a bad idea either. I think that's a good idea too, to be honest, because they're both guys that would, you know, definitely improve. And I think Chael knows, hey, I got to step it up in certain sections and knows to act different for different hype scenarios. So, no, I didn't say anything about Jones, but if you say something negative about Aspinall fans assume you're a Jones glazer. Yeah, well, I say, like, look, Aspinall did not look good. Let's be real. Aspinall, I think, showed some holes to overall wrap this stream up. Showed some holes in his game, but I don't necessarily think we could say, conclusion, he was going to lose. I don't think he was hiding either. We know this. We've accused Aljamain of doing this. I didn't think Aljamain did it. To bring it really full circle, Aljamain, we're bringing it up now. But, you know, overall, guys, this is what it is. Fighters are fighters. I don't think Aspinall was faking it. And I think that genuinely couldn't see. He did get poked in the eye. The eye poke looked nasty. I mean, seriously, the eye poke looked really nasty, guys. But I appreciate all y'all. Appreciate you guys have been supporting the channel like crazy. So I'm glad I got to talk to at least some of you. We'll do this again. We'll do it again. I think this will probably be a regular thing. I like doing this. We'll talk more, invite more of the community on. And next time I definitely want to, I'm not really so savvy with Discord, so I got to learn, you know, and I don't really know, you know, I really don't know anything. I have Shiv, like I said, who handles a lot of it that I talk to and say, hey, can you help me with this, do this, do this. And he's in, but I don't know. We'll come back at some point, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You guys are the best fan base MMA. We're wrapping this up. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, PZ. Thank you, TV. Thank you, High Functioning Addict, for popping out. Thank you, all y'all, for popping out in the chat as well. Well, Isaac only popped out in the chat, but hopefully, Isaac, next time we come up in person, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'm going to end this. So, love you all. Thank you. Been a pretty good stream, and y'all stuck around. I'm curious to see, what was the average view? Average view is pretty high. Appreciate it. So I'm glad you guys like this style. We'll do more next time. Hopefully do it on another hot topic issue. And yeah, peace out, y'all.